Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And hello, Savage fans, and welcome to week number 9 of the Oklahoma High School football season. We are back in Memorial Stadium tonight with a home game, the final home game of the regular season. That means it's senior night tonight, and we had the opportunity here to honor the seniors of the class of 2026. We had also a little ceremony where they passed the Savage Pride down to the Dirks kindergartners. All that happened in the pregame. There's a separate live stream event. If you're so inclined, that's here on our YouTube channel as well. We've got the Spirits lines making their way out onto the field. The captain's coming out as well. My name's Skip Copeland. I'm alongside Chris Chandler tonight for this important game for the Savages, Chris. They are tied atop the district standings in District 4A4. They have the virtue of the tiebreaker by 6 points over Ada, but that's all going to be irrelevant come next week. If everyone takes care of the business this week, it'll come down to 2 important football games next weekend. But first things first, we have Tulsa McLain in town.
Yeah, and this is going to be a little bit of a grudge match. Of course, you remember last year they went up there and Tulsa McLain just beat Broken Bow. I mean, beat them in every aspect of the game. And so I would say the Savages remember the Titans, and it is not a fond memory. They want a little payback this year.
48-18, the final, in case you're wondering. That was not a pretty sight in Tulsa last year. The Savages, I'm sure, have a bitter taste in their mouth, and those wounds are long gone. This team is a different football team. They're different structured. They're different mentality than last year's team, and we'll see tonight if that toughness shows through.
If they play like they played last week against Ada, that is the most complete game I've seen at Broken Bow in a long, long time. They just physically whipped their opponent, a great Ada Cougar team, and just showcased their athletes and just that Savage mentality of, as Coach Lang put in the postgame, go violently, run violently with the football. They certainly did that, both Snooty Neal and Graydon Howe, bowling over, trucking opponents. The defense, and I watched that game, Skip. I think we underappreciated, because we were so excited about our offensive production, how good the Savage defense was last week against Ada. They just shut them down.
Yeah, they really were. They were fantastic, and that's the difference in the football game, honestly. The Savage defenders getting the job done all night long, and hopefully we can carry that momentum into this week as well. The crowd's a bit quiet tonight. It's one of those events, the senior night, so you have kind of this pomp and circumstance, some ceremony about it in the pregame, and it's maybe not quite the same environment as a lively pep assembly or so.
Well, which is a little bit odd, because it is Halloween.
That's true.
It is October 31st, and so, it's a little normally you'd expect a boisterous crowd, and I think they will be eventually.
Let's talk about Tulsa McLain. The McLain Titans coming into town. We've had 4 meetings between these two teams. Our only loss is that one we mentioned prior in this conversation, 48-18 last season. The McLain Titans have won the toss, by the way, and have declined. The Savages will receive the football and defend the west end. You see there on the screen the head coach, Milton Harper. This is only his 2nd season. He's 10-9 overall. The key players on there are the quarterback, certainly, Ryder Munninger. He's 6'2", 165, likes to stretch the field a little bit. A couple of good running backs as well. Number 4, Arion Logan Smith. That's not the same number 4 we saw last year. Last year we saw Chief Selfridge, and he really went to town on us. But he's not out there tonight. This is a different running back.
No, and that's of course, McLain, they kind of pride themselves on running backs, and as they should, as one of them is currently a starter in the NFL, so for the Green Bay Packers, and they like to continue that. And they did run against Broken Bow last year. They're going to have to be sure tackling, and of course, the key to this game for Broken Bow is just to play solid defense, make contact, take the ball carrier down. Do not let them get to the corner.
McLain is 5-4 on the season. They've actually played an extra game. They played a homeschool team from Tulsa during where we had a bye week instead. So they are 5-4 on the season. But don't mistake that 5-4. It's relative because the teams they've beaten have not won very many games collectively. I think 4 games collectively.
And Broken Bow again. I talked about defensively, offensively. Just put up this. We're averaging 465 yards a game. This is an incredible stat. That's just amazing that we can continue that offensive production. Of course, one of the big reasons for that is Graydon Howell, who now has 24 TDs. That's averaging 3 TDs a game over the 8 games he's played in, and expect more of that tonight. And on the other side of the ball, probably going to see a lot of Cade Pratt. He's going to have the responsibility at that middle linebacker spot to go hit those running backs. Don't let them get up steam. And so had an excellent game. I mean, this is 113 tackles. That's just 14.1 tackles per game. That's incredible. That's almost 5 drives a game, him making every tackle.
Yeah, that's a fantastic season so far for Cade Pratt, just a junior. Both of those young men, Graydon Howell and Cade Pratt, are in their junior season, and here come the Savages onto the field. The 2025 Broken Bow Savages, they are 7-1 overall, and they have won 4 of their district games. They are 4-1 in district play. They have 2 games left, both of them very, very important. We will be in LaFleur County next week to play the Poto Pirates. Sallisaw won last night. They played a Thursday night game against Stillwell and won easily, so they have moved on. The trick here is if you win tonight, you guarantee yourself a playoff spot. If you win tonight and next Friday night, you guarantee yourself a home playoff game.
Spot. Yeah, we are the masters of our own destiny.
Sort of. We're not quite. If Sallisaw wins next week over Ada, we can't overcome that.
Because of the head-to-head tiebreaker, right.
Yeah. So we've got a very important game then on the table for us tonight between the Savages and the Titans. Broken Bow comes in with a great deal of momentum. As Chris mentioned, 465 yards per game on average on their offense. They have been prolific. They have scored from all over the field. Long, sustained drives, big plays. We saw a 91-yard pass that was probably only 3 or 4 yards beyond the line of scrimmage when it was caught.
Yeah, it was a 3 or 4 yard pass, and then about an 88-yard Snooty Neal scamper. He's a great open field runner.
We see Graydon Howe in the open field making people miss. And really, if you watched the game last weekend, or even if you just saw the highlights reel that I produced, that you could see what Graydon does to would-be tacklers. I mean, he really just disappears when you think you have him, and all of a sudden he's just gone.
And I have to think that's from playing basketball, from being a point guard and driving the lane. It's like if you have 2 feet on a basketball court, that's huge. That's a gap you can slip through. He's accustomed. He's instinctual about doing that. And on a football field, you got 2 yards. I mean, you can't he makes minute moves, minute changes, and he's so strong you can't bring him down with an arm tackle. He just has that elusiveness to make people miss. I'd almost expect an onside kick the way if they've watched the video.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I think that they're going to pull out some trickery tonight on Halloween because that's what it's going to take, I think, to slow down the Broken Bow Savages.
And you kick it to Snooty Neal or Fields or DeJon Hall, who back. He was out the second half, but he is back this week.
DeJon is back tonight. They're going to kick it, and it's fair catch called for and made. That's A.J. Brannon backpedaling to take the catch at the 31-yard line. Savage offense will take the field. Josh McDaniel, the 3-year starter at center, he will lead the team in the huddle. Hunter Shomo is one of the guards. Sonny Freeman is on the other side at guard. Lucas Curry and Aiden Hammonds are the tackles. Cade Pratt is the H-back. You've got a bevy of receivers. Any of them could be on the field. DeJon Hall is going to get the start tonight. He's split right. Looks like A.J. Brannon is going to be in the slot to the left. He's going to be split left, And then you've got a deep slot over here. That's Kalel Flagg. Snooty Neal in the backfield along with the quarterback, Graydon Howe. Graydon wants to throw the football on first down, drops back, fires the ball down the sideline. DeJon has the football stripped away from him and it's incomplete. That was a nice defensive play as Dejan came back for the football, made what looked to be a catch, and then the DB got a hand in and stripped him. Incomplete.
Howell had a defender in his face as he threw that ball. Still a really good throw and just an excellent defensive play, as you mentioned, but that was a good adjustment by Hall to come back toward that football. But it's nice to see Dejan Hall making those moves. Again, this is a good football team with athletes, and they're going to make those kind of plays.
Number 6 on the field making the play. Folks, I don't have a roster for the McLain Titans, so there'll be a lot of number this or number that. I apologize in advance. We've got a penalty marker on the play as there was a hard count by the quarterback. He drew the defender's offsides. The offsides infraction is a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 5 following the incompletion.
That's good to stay on side and get inside your opponent's head. Savage is showing good discipline there.
2nd down and 5, 11:50 left, first period, just underway. Cade Pratt in the game now at H-back, flips to the left side of scrimmage. They'll run Snooty Neal right side. He's caught in the backfield. He's going to get positive yardage, pushing the pile, and he's close to the 45. They're going to say he's short of the 44. In fact, we'll spot him officially at the 43-yard line, 3rd down and about 2 here.
That's kind of that's another one of those rugby scrum type plays where the lineman and Snooty Neal are pushing. What is the opposite of a tug of war? Because that's what just happened on that play.
Yeah. So the Savages with a 3rd down and short here, very manageable, 2 yards or so, a little less than 2 yards, and they'll take a power set. There's a whistle stops play here as the
sideline warning maybe?
I can't tell. Looks like Dejan Hall has an equipment issue maybe, and he's coming off the field. Sky Baker will go in his place.
I wonder if it's the
green gloves.
Green gloves, yeah, that's what I was looking at.
I don't know. Well, I know that they said they had some pointers for the coaches early on with uniforms when they hit the field. Here we go. Power set right. That's Brandon at the tight end. H-back is Pratt. Hard count. And again, looks like he broke the neutral zone. He did. They're going to get a 1st down just off of that hard count. Nice discipline by the Savage offense.
It's good to see them coming out disciplined. A nice listen to that count. And, you mentioned McDaniel, Josh McDaniel, there at center, a 3-year starter at center. He was out a little bit last year because of injury, but what a great continuity to have there at center, a senior here on senior night. And then in the lingo of today, he is literally 6'7", as in his number.
Yeah, very good. 11:02 left first period. The Savages with their first down of the night, and that comes on penalty. Same offensive set, however. They'll go double tight to the right side of the offense. Ball in the middle of the field. Handoff, Neal deep in the backfield, zone right. And he's across the line of scrimmage. Nice gain into Titan territory. Going to be down at about the 49-yard line, we'll say. A gain of 2.5 yards. 2nd down, and let's call it 8.
And again, this is that Savage offense, that Maverick Lang. 1st down, they come and try for the dagger strike, throwing it long to Hall, and then they get a couple of offsides calls, just getting in the head of the Titans. And then, other than that, it's just been the brute force or snoot force game with Snooty Neal.
Dejan Hall back on the field. He's in the split to the left side. Now they flip the H back. Ball on the right hash. Savages in their all-black uniforms, gold helmets tonight. Snooty with some opening. 45, 40-yard line. Has his feet cut out from under him. A nice tackle by number 11. But Snooty's in 1st down territory at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Savages.
Boy, that was a great job blocking by the offensive line. And there was a block. It was Sonny Freeman. He was about 15 yards downfield, sealing on a defensive back to get 5 extra yards on that play. Excellent job by that O-line.
Stop the clock, move the chains. The Savages with their 2nd first down of this series. Graydon in the pistol. Neal behind him. Hard count. Nobody moves. Now they get the play. Reset. And everybody moved that time. We had a problem with the snap count, and the Savages are going to lose 5. Their first penalty of the football game is a false start. Technically on the center, I suppose, the 67. Everyone else moved like the play was supposed to go, and even the quarterback looked as though he was expecting the football. 9:55 left. Clock stops on the penalty. Now they'll wind.
The Savages have moved the ball 25 yards thus far. Started at, almost, let's say 24. Started at their own 35, now at the 41. So, again, just 1st down. They're in 4-down territory regardless.
Shotgun formation. Now they'll send motion. That's Brandon coming back towards the interior. Graydon rolling left, wants to throw the football out into the flat and is in and out of the bread basket of the intended receiver, A.J. Brannon. Incomplete, 9:28 left. Clock stops on the incompletion.
Yeah, that was in bread basket, but it was tipped before. That was the same defensive back. Who was that? That was number 6. Boy, what a great play. He's made 2 deflections on the Savages, only 2 passes, and so it puts them in second and long.
They have good players. They have a lot of good players on the field. We didn't talk about them individually on that slide earlier, but statistically, they have some kids that have produced some offense for them as well. Here's Graydon dropping back now on second down and 15. Fires a bullet across the middle. Dejan, a little too hot to handle maybe, and a little behind him it looked like. Incomplete, and the Savages facing 3rd and 15 now outside of the chain.
That's Devontae McCaskill, number 6, that made those 2 plays. And it looked like he was involved in that other one. So as I mentioned, though, 3rd and 15, but the Savages are going to – they're in 4-down territory. It's punt really doesn't do you any good. So they could opt to pick up about half this on an out route or something, or better yet, have number 4 run the ball.
Braden Williams in the game at H-back. He's on the left side of scrimmage. Ball on the right hash. Graydon with the football, rolling left. Wants to throw it back. He does, and it's in and out of the hands of Snooty Neal. And so far tonight, Chris, the Savages have produced a little bit of offense, but they have not been sharp.
Yeah, it's 0 for 4 passing, and those balls have been deflected for the most part. That one was just dropped. That's the first drop. But, well, they are lining up in punt formation with Brandon back there.
Savages will punt the football away here at the 40-yard line in McLain territory. And Brandon does kick it, end-over-end kick, fielded on the move to the 10. Hit at the 11 and then down near the 14-yard line. That's where the McLain Titans will take their first possession. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left first period. No score from Memorial Stadium. We'll be back with the offense in just a moment. The defense. My bad.
Yeah, we're out. That was
we're not.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
And we are back to Memorial Stadium. It's a bit flat in the stadium tonight. A lot of folks just kind of watching silently at the moment. So we'll see if there's some excitement and emotion to be built in this contest. Right now the McLain Titans have the football, their first possession of the football game. They have a similar offensive set to what Broken Bow runs. You'll see them in the pistol and the shotgun. Quarterback wants to throw it on first down, looking deep. Football is well overthrown, and that was not a real fluid motion there, Chris. I don't know, was that Munninger? Is he the he was the one listed, and he is their leading passer. Well, we got a penalty?
maybe holding. It's likely is in that situation.
I think they're switching the football out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So incomplete on first down, leaves second down and 10. I need my specs where I can see these numbers. I can't see the numbers on the white jersey.
15 is the starting quarterback.
I think that is Munninger, I believe. He'll be in the shotgun formation, strong right this time. Savages rushing three up front. Now they'll bring the backers as well. They'll pile in. A little bit of a zone read that time. The Savages crashed and folded at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The entire Savage force unit was on the ball carrier, and that had no chance of success. That's some great, and that is a huge difference between last year and this year, is the play of the front 3 or 4, those down line for Broken.
Let's set that lineup. Jackson Porter is your left tackle. Jimmy Brown is on the right side at tackle. Bentley Brown is the edge rusher on the right side of scrimmage as you look at the screen. And Cale Ginn is the edge rusher at the top of your screen on the left side. The linebackers are Cade Pratt and Bladen Meddock. Quarterback wants to throw the ball again, firing it down and out right. It's caught. Nice catch, nice play, actually. That's number 6 again. That's making a play.
Man,
that football is at the 38, make it 39-yard line, 1st and 10 McLain.
That's McCaskill. Man, he is a great, he has made about 10 of the first 12 plays of this ball game for the Titans, defensively and offensively, and that was not a great throw, but a great catch to go get the ball.
Yeah, he just went and got the football. Savages with Javion Heath at cornerback on the right side. That's Isaiah Fields at the corner on the other side. Here's a handoff inside and a big play as Cade Pratt Jackson Porter getting up off the bottom of that pile, and that was a bruising hit.
Porter stopped him, and then Cade Pratt came through and just leveled him.
No gain on first down, 2nd and 10 as the clock moves under 8 minutes here in the first period. In a relatively quiet football game so far, both teams able to move the chains at least, and now the McLain Titans facing 2nd and 10.
A lot more success passing than running the ball for the Titans. I expect they'll probably go to the air from now on.
Sky Baker and Cole Patrick are the safeties in the football game. And it looks like number 11, no, that's 13, Clay, who loses the ball carry, and that's number 6 again. On the catch, McCaskill. And they are making him the center of the football game, Chris, as he just made Brian Clay miss completely. And they got first down yardage.
Yeah, and that was well read by Clay. He went straight at him. He read the play, saw it was a screen out there, went straight at him, just didn't make the tackle. And as a result, McCaskill gets it across into Savage territory.
They'll set 3 triplets out to the right side of the offense this time. That's into the short boundary with the ball on the right hash mark. Now they'll go pistol formation. Looked like the back went the wrong way. They fire the ball into the flat, have some blocking in front of him. Breaks one tackle, gets up close to the line to gain, and he's down just short, I believe, about a yard short. But a big gain there on first down.
That's McCaskill again, and he's running with his head. He's running a little like Josh Jacobs. He has his shoulders forward, running in, delivering the blow. So Savages, again, you can key off that guy, though, as he has touched the football the 4 times they've actually advanced it.
Right. Shotgun formation again. That same set with the 3 receivers bunched up on the right side. They've got 1 single receiver split left in man coverage with Javion Heath. The quarterback hands the football off, crossed the line to gain. First down yardage on a nice little inside base play that time, Chris, and McLain gets another 1st and 10.
Yeah, Porter and Jimmy Brown on the tackle, but not until they were already past the line to gain. And that's the quarterback did pause a beat as if he was going to throw it out and then hand it off inside. So it was a little bit of a delay, and that gave just enough time for the Titans to move the chains.
Savages in a situation here with the Titans in their own territory here. In the Savages territory, that is. Handoff, looking for the edge, stretch play to the 30, to the 25, still moving to the 20, and now out of bounds. Inside the 20-yard line, a red zone possession, and that's their primary running back, number 4, who finally gets in part of the offense.
Yeah, and he's trying to get to the edge. Kind of did. It was a decent job of getting outside and forcing him outside by the outside linebacker Meddock, but there was nobody else there on the outside to contain him in, and so he, managed to pick up about another 5 yards after that stutter step.
Once again, a big gain on first down, about 7 that time. So leaving a 2nd down and 3. Clock is stopped on the out of bounds with 6:02 left first period. McLain comes in with 6 on the play clock, trying to get his team settled. And he gets a snap away with 1 on the play clock. Hands it to the little back through this time. First guy through the pile, and he kind of squirts his way across. Did he get to the line?
No, it's short of the first down. But I think just barely. It's about at the.
It's first down.
Oh, it is? Okay, never mind. Bad angle from my part. So McLain has moved the ball on Broken Bow, running, balance running and passing, mostly passing. The big plays have been on throws and mostly to McCaskill, but they are now in the red zone. Savage defense has toughened up in the red zone on most offenses this year, and they're going to have to do it here. The score's still 0-0.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. In the shotgun formation. Wants to throw the football. Now he'll keep it. Hit hard at the line of scrimmage and brought down is the quarterback, Munninger.
That's Bentley Brown, I think, getting in there. No, that was Pratt leveling him.
No gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10. The football, actually, they're going to move it back just slightly, so he loses about a foot or so. Clock will move under the 5-minute mark here in the first period.
That's another TFL for Cade Pratt. And watch number 6, who's split out next to the interior receiver split to the far side.
Yep, he's in the slot right side, and he's looking right at him, throwing the flag route there, or the fade route, that is, and that's a touchdown.
Wow, and he got Isaiah Fields turned the wrong way toward the flag. He did take a step toward the flag and then cut back, and Isaiah, when he took that step, ran toward the corner, which is where the ball is normally tossed, but it was well executed by the Titans, and they got it inside. They get on the board first. That was an impressive drive against Broken Bow's defense. Savage is playing a little flat so far in this ball game.
Yeah, reminiscent of the Sallisaw game, where the Savages had some miscues on offense, and the Black Diamonds executed, jumped out to an early lead. Here we are finding ourselves behind early in this home football game. 4:43 left, first period, 6-0 Titans. And
boy, they're taking way too much. He threw the football. They threw the football to the sideline. I think that may be a delay of game against the Titans.
They sent another. They had two on the field, actually. Excuse me. So I don't think you can bring it in once it's set.
That's why I said I think that's a delay. It would be technically a delay of game because
they're gonna let them play it. Extra point attempt on the way after this opening touchdown on the first possession. For the Titans, it's through the uprights. That's a 7-0 lead. 4:43 left, first period. You're watching Savage football. We'll be back right after this.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up. And went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City. And the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broadus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
Well, the McLain Titans come out with a little bit of spirit about them after a long bus ride from Tulsa down to southeast Oklahoma. They've taken an early lead on the Broken Bow Savages, 7-0 with 4:43 left here in the first period. The Savages set to take the second kickoff of the football game, unable to execute on their first possession. And here's a driving kick, a nice kick by the Titans kicker back to the 10-yard line, returns to the 20, 25, up the sideline, and knocked out of bounds before he got to the 35-yard line, I think about the 34. That's where the Savage offense will take possession.
That was Snooty delivering the blow on that play, but Savage is starting about where they started last time. There's a flag on the field. Hang on.
I see it. Holding against the Savages. That's a spot foul. So the football will come back to the 25-yard line, and then that's where they'll begin the steps. So it'll go to the 15-yard line.
A huge factor in this game so far. Savages, again, you don't expect them to be as up for this game as they were for. They were prepared, they were ready to play, but they seem a lot flat so far and need some spark to start that with guys like, is that another flag? Oh, that's football. I saw something thrown on the field.
Yeah, I'm not
sure.
sure.
With Snooty, Neal, and Graydon Howe, we have electricity in a bottle. We just need to uncork it.
So the football is at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Now they'll mark the penalty. I started to say they didn't step off the penalty. Should be at the 15. And they'll move the chains back and reset. That'll be a 1st and 10. So the holding penalty enforced from the spot at the 25-yard line. 4:36 left, first period, and the Savages with another penalty, putting themselves in a little deeper field position here on their second possession. Snooty Neal is behind Graydon Howell in the backfield. This is Flagg and Hall split wide right, everybody else in tight. Handoff, Neal wants to run the football, stutter steps up to the line of scrimmage, and then picked up by the defensive lineman. Not much there for Snooty on first down. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, technically it's going to be a yard because it is a foot past it, but that was just an inability to move out those big front defensive tackle / nose guard players for McLain.
They are big boys as well. Both of them, I think, go over 270, so they are going to be hard to push around up front.
Savage is going to more of a spread this time.
They'll split A.J. Brannon to the left side along with Snooty Neal. Graydon's alone in the backfield with the trip set to the right side. He wants to throw the football, and he'll keep her. Makes a nice move at the 20, up close to the 25-yard line. He's going to be slightly short of the first down, but a nice gain on the keeper. Executed a quarterback draw perfectly.
Yeah, he dropped back and he pulled his arm back, and then as he rotated his arm forward, he also started forward motion and just took off and ran. It froze the defense enough for him to squeeze between them and pick up a nice, let's call that a gain of, let's call it a gain of 8.5.
I'm going to give him 9. Second down and 1. 3:22 left, clock on the move, first period. The Savages with their second possession, they trail 7-0. Graydon in the pistol. Handoff, Neal, first down yardage, breaks the tackle to the 30, 35. Crosses to the midfield stripe, still on his feet, into Titan territory and down at the Titan 41-yard line. Snooty's first big run of the football game, and it couldn't come at a better time.
And that was them looking. They might have been looking for Howell on the play action that time, and Snooty just broke one tackle line of scrimmage, and then it was off to the races, ran through a couple of arm tackles, and once the Savage offense gets going, it's hard to stop it. Let's hope they put it in the end zone. Man, that was a...
Clock moves under 3 minutes to go, first period. Football in Titan territory at the 40-yard line. Savages quickly to the line of scrimmage. Graydon rolling right, wants to throw the football. Fires it out, caught. Khalil Flags got it at the 26-yard line where he steps out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:45 left, and that's another Savage 1st and 10.
And you called it, Skip. You said quickly to the line of scrimmage. Savages are now going up tempo, not letting the Titans get set up on the defensive end, and so they want to get into that rhythm offensively. So far they've had a run by Howell, a run by Neal, and then a quick pass to Flag.
Yeah, their coaches recognize that, and they've called a timeout. They'll use the first of their 3 allotted timeouts with 2:45 left, first period. Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow. Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium, where the Broken Bow Savages are on the move. 2:45 left, first period, trying to get back what they lost in the first possession, which was the lead, or well, they never had the lead, but the first score of the game anyway was McLain. Here's Neal on the stretch to the right side. He's going to back his way across the 20-yard line, and he's down across the 18, near the 17-yard line. He's close to another Savage 1st and 10, about 2 yards short.
A good job. A smart play by Neal, just following that blocking, as he had like 3 black jerseys kind of out in front of him, just kind of clearing the way. Once the defense closed in with the pursuit, he lowered his shoulder, went backwards against him to get that extra couple of yards. That was a great run for first down. Look, it's 2nd and 2?
Second and a long 2 yards here, I'd say. 2:12 in the period. Now the Savages will flip Brannon and Williams to the left side of the scrimmage. Neal's going to run behind. He's got first down yardage across the 15 to the 14-yard line. That's going to be another Savage 1st and 10 as they continue to move. First red zone possession of the football game.
Neal made the contact again right after crossing the line to gain, and I love the way he finishes those runs, Skip. He lowers his shoulder, he gets about 3 or 4 more yards, and sometimes just trucks a guy and keeps going.
Savages will go with an empty backfield here. 4 receivers in formation, and Braden Williams in the H to the left side. Graydon puts Neal in motion. Now he reverses his feet, keeps the to 15, to the 10, off to the races, and Graydon Howell is in the end zone with a Savage touchdown.
That was a 14-yard run. That was just beautiful because Graydon headed it. They sent it Neal in motion, then Neal came back toward this way on the fake. It froze the pursuit or the outside contain, and then Howell just pulled it out, went straight into the end zone. They couldn't catch him.
Yeah, they did a little circle motion and faked the handoff into the belly of Neal, and boy, once you get Graydon in the open field, he's dangerous. Gadiel Zaragoza from the hold of Blake, and give Blake Skelton credit right there as he got that ball up and on the tee. Gadiel put it through the uprights. We're all tied at 7 with 1:33 left here in the first period. We'll stay right here as we just came out of a timeout break. So the Savages, after stumbling a little bit, now we were feeling a little bit of excitement from the crowd as well after the opening score was had by the Titans there, and they really did put the Savage defenders on their heels. We will see what the Savages can draw up here with the defense back on the field. But they're going to have to stop them, or else we're going to have us a high-scoring shootout tonight.
Yeah, keep in mind, it only took the Savages, after that penalty, they were at their own 19-yard line. It only took the Savages about 3 minutes to drive 80 yards or 82 yards downfield.
Still in the first period, and all tied at 7. Zaragoza will kick the football off.
And do keep in mind, the Savages did successfully execute an onside kick against Ada last week. They may try it again. This is a time where you definitely wouldn't expect it. I do like the emotion Broken Bow's playing with during and after that offensive drive, and it seems like the crowd's more into it, the players are more into it, and there's a little more enthusiasm on the field.
So Zaragoza has it teed up now. I think we're about ready to get underway. 1:33 left in the period, and there's the whistle. He does. Onside kick, and the Savages let it go 10. It's over the open field, and the Savages have covered it at the 45-yard line in Savage territory. 1st and 10, Broken Bow. Chris, that went 10 yards and was touched, bounced backwards, and A.J. Brandon, it looked like, was able to grab it.
Beautifully executed. And Zaragoza, that was a textbook kick. It had those 2 short hops and then the high hop. The high hop ricocheted off a McLain Titan, and now it's Broken Bow's offense that has, Broken Bow has all the momentum, and now it's that high-powered offense that just marched 82 yards with a chance to march 54 more and put another score on the board.
And we talked about how the defense would respond, but now they don't have to, do they?
Well, yeah. I guess technically that's a defensive sort of special team play.
Agreed.
But yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and turnovers make a huge difference. I mean, think about the momentum shift that now that Savages have.
Penalty marker on the field and bunch of penalty markers on the field. So that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct against the bench because they were both facing that direction and both threw the flag at the same time. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the McLain Titans, so the Savages will get 15 more. So from the 46-yard line, we'll step into McLain territory. Down should be to the 39-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, Broken Bow.
I think the coaching staff from McLain was arguing the ball either didn't go 10 yards, which it did, or that it was knocked back. It first touched a Savage player, but after it goes 10 yards, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He doesn't understand. You can kick it back, whatever. It's the first contact after 10 yards.
I'm standing 50 feet above or so the 50-yard line. Was looking right down it, and the ball did cross the 50 before it was touched by anyone. I didn't actually see who touched it first, but it didn't matter once it went 10 yards. Graydon Howell stands at the 45-yard line in Titan territory, hands it to Neal. Hezzy to the 40, 35, inside the 35, and down at the 33-yard line. A little hesitation move by Snooty, who found him a crease.
And he is such a great runner. He has such an understanding of blocking defenses and how the field opens up. That slight hesitation allowed the blocking to open a gap, and once he gets through it, he has a full head of steam and can break tackles.
Freeman, Hammonds, and Brannon all on that right side leading the way. Hard count, nobody moves. Pistol formation, and Graydon looks to the sideline. Clock under a minute to play, first period. Snooty went the wrong way. Now Graydon's on the run left side. Gets away from the would-be tackler. Now pointing directions. He's going to go out of bounds across the line to gain. First down, Broken Bow.
And it just, in the open field, Hal is pointing downfield at a receiver. He's directing traffic, and he's running full speed at the same time and just covers the distance, gets past the sticks. And they still haven't moved it over there.
They're going to say he went out of bounds short of the line.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was across the 30 when he went out of bounds.
I did too.
They did not give it to him. 9 yards on that scamper. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Ball on the officially the 31-yard line here.
44.5 seconds left in this first quarter. So Savages Well, there's plenty of time for them to score before they have to go to the other end of the field.
That's a good point. Pistol formation. Graydon will hand it to Snooty. First down yardage across the 30, 25, still running, 20 to the 15. Breaks a tackle there to the 5, to the pylon. Did he get there?
He hit the pylon with the football.
Touchdown, Broken Bow.
Well, the side judge on that side's calling him out at the 1. The judge on this side saying he crossed it. That was a tremendous run.
Side judge is going to overrule that.
Yeah, it's going to be down at the 1.
He was on top of the play. So he's saying that a physical part of Neal's body went out of bounds before he hit the pylon with the football. So we have not gotten the official signal from the referee, but now they're going to go back underneath the goalpost. So it's a point after touchdown. That's a Broken Bow touchdown.
He dove and smacked literally hit the pylon with the football. That was great thinking. And what a tough run by Neal.
Yeah, the back judge or the umpire, whatever officially that is.
And folks, it's hard to tell. They don't in NFL and college. They have a big B or big R on the back of their jerseys. The referee has a white hat. Everybody else, you have to look at their position.
Yeah. Anyway, he overruled there, and it is a Savage touchdown. They're up 13-7 with 34.7 seconds left, and here's Zaragoza. Cale Ginn with the snap, Blake Skelton with the hold, and Gediel missed it right. 13-7 Savages, 34.7 seconds left, first period. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Well, another Savage scoring drive ends this time with the 13th point of the football game, the missed extra point. Once again, we saw this against Ada as well, where the Savages later in the game had to go for 2 because of a missed conversion. But they have the lead, and that's the good news. The Titans jumped out to an early lead, 7-0 if you just joined us. But the Savages have 2 unanswered touchdowns here. And at the end of this first period, or near the end of this first period, they've retaken the lead, 13-7.
34.7 seconds left in the first period, and Savages again
on consecutive possessions.
On consecutive possessions, one off. Actually, without the offense for McLain taking the field.
Does he dare do it again?
Sure he does. Maybe to the other side. Who knows? Yeah. It's Maverick Lang, man. He's unpredictable.
Nope, he's going to kick the high kick. That's caught at the 31-yard line, on the move, 40 to the 45. Nice return up to the 47, maybe even the 48-yard line as the Savage defenders will hit the field. Bentley Brown and Cale Ginn, Jimmy Brown, and Jackson Porter, those are the 4 up front. The linebackers taking the field are Bladen Maddock, Braden Williams, and in the middle, Cade Pratt. That's the forcing unit. Defensive backfield, Isaiah Fields on the left corner, Javion Beebe Heath, number 11 here on the right corner. The strong safety is Cole Patrick. The free safety is number 7, Sky Baker. Those are your 11 on the field as we begin this Titan possession.
And Titans look like they may be going straight to the air here.
Shotgun formation. Runninger wants to hand the football off straight ahead, cross the line of scrimmage. It looks like that's Maddock that has him at midfield stripe. Gain of about 2 yards there. Maybe just a little short of 2.
It's just short of, well, no, they're marking it directly at midfield.
Yeah. Second down, a long 8 yards here. I think that's the final play of the first period as the game clock is down under 5 seconds now, and I don't think the Titans are even going to make an attempt here. Let's call it the end of the period. 13-7, the Savages lead the Titans in a very important contest, one that you could say is a must-win for Broken Bow. Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back in just a moment with second period action. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. One of the, what technically could be the final home game. I mean,
on the grass, is that what you're thinking?
I mean, it could be. I don't think it's going to be, but the Savages playing, this senior night tonight. We're hoping that we get another game this season here
another home game, yeah.
Yeah, another home game, yeah. As we start the second period, the Savages are ahead 13-7 in this football game. The Titans have the football at the midfield stripe. Second down and 8.
By the way, the Savage victory tonight does clinch a playoff spot.
That's correct.
Clarify
that.
Yeah. So they definitely will have another game. It's just we'd like to play at home.
We'd like to play another home playoff. Shotgun formation, one running back in the backfield. The Savages look like they're bringing the blitz, and they are. Quarterback wants to throw the football. Inside route caught. BB Heath has him down, but not before he gets another Titan 1st and 10 in Savage territory near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a bullet thrown by the quarterback.
Just a straight post route. He just ran right at the cornerback, turned it inside. Quarterback timed it in there, and the Titans have another 1st and 10. Clock on the move here in the second period. 11:40 left now. Runninger looks to the sideline. Doesn't know for sure what the play is. Now I think they have it. Now motion. That's McCaskill to the left side. Handoff inside. A little bit of a delay. And the Savages corral him at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even just a short loss. I don't think he got back to the 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 10.
That was Pratt underneath his legs. Just actually got down low on him, came in from the outside and grabbed a hold and wrapped him up. He fell forward, but just enough to get back and prevent another tackle for loss. It'll be second and 10.
I mean, I think they were generous on that spot, honestly. I don't think he got back to the yard marker. But
well, because his the way his legs were bound together by Pratt, he fell forward. His knees hit first, and then he fell forward with his body. But when his knees touched the ground, that's where the ball should have been spotted.
McCaskill in the slot left this time. Low snap, looking for him. He's got an inside route, threw it in between the two would-be receivers. I think he wanted McCaskill. He was looking at him right off the bat, but the ball goes incomplete. 10:45 left, first half. The clock stops. It'll be third down now and 10.
And they are, again, they did run twice, but for a net 0 yards. So they've gone to throwing the ball. And again, they're trying to get it back to McCaskill. He is the most dangerous player on the field for McLain, but
now they'll go.
I don't see him. Oh, no, he's split.
He's there. He's in the slot left.
Yeah.
They've got a trip set to that side. He's looking for him again. Steps up into the pocket. Now he's sacked. Down he goes in the backfield. Jackson Porter with a TFL.
Nice job of Porter to get down. And that was a good job by Porter. Smart play as he realized the pocket's collapsing. The quarterback's going to jet forward. And so what he did is he dove forward at him and grabbed his legs as he went forward and managed to knock him down for the sack.
So the Titans send their punt unit in. Fourth down now and about 14 for that tackle for loss. Puts them in a situation here. You would think this could be 4-down territory, but it looks like maybe it's not at the 39. We saw the Savages punt from this point earlier as well. So not uncommon here, but I would watch for some trickery. He is going to kick it. Nice spiraling punt. Fielded on the run by Graydon Howell at the 20-yard line. Looking for some blocking. Now he reverses his field to the 30. Can he get a block there? He does. Breaks the tackle. Across the 35 to the 38-yard line. And that's where the Savage possession will begin. 38-yard line. First down and 10. 9:47 left here in the first half.
Oh, what a return. Not huge yardage-wise, but he managed to adjust and made two guys miss and then split the difference on another one. So, yeah, as you mentioned, what you anticipated maybe some trickery on the punt. It turned into some treatery for the Savages on Halloween with a Graydon Howell return that sets them up in good field position.
Savages with the same five up front as they begin this possession. That's Brannon and Williams tied in an H-back into the short boundary. Twin receivers to the top and a handoff to Neal. Neal looking for running room, stretches the field to the 40, and then he's knocked out of bounds. Nice tackle by number 5, the defensive back, coming up to take the legs out from under the Savage running back. A gain of about 3. It's going to be second down and 7.
Another good recognition by Neal as that center. It was designed to go off tackler between tackle and guard. He immediately saw it wasn't going there, and so came outside. He's got good instincts. He's used to doing that and turned what could have been a no gain or a short gain into a 3-yard gain, which is not bad for first down.
Ball on the left hash. The Savages with twins to the right side of scrimmage. Now they'll flip the strong side that way as well with the H-back and the tight end. Graydon with a high snap, rolling right. Looking downfield, nice protection. Now he's got a little pressure. Scrambles into the pocket, stays on the move to the 45, to midfield, steps through a tackler, 45, to the 40, and then runs over the safety. That's McCaskill taking the brunt in. As a Graydon Howell run ends in punishment for the Titans. 9:27 left first half. Stop the clock, move the chains. Another Savage 1st and 10.
The way that he freezes defenders going, taking step moves, stutter steps. I mean, the agility of it looks, the only thing I can think of is those dogs that do those agility drills, that go between them. They're just so fast, and the stationary pylons that they run between look like defenders. He just freezes them. They don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do if Graydon Howell was coming at me either.
Here's a whistle stopping play. And once again, we've got some sort of issue.
Equipment?
That's what it looked like. He didn't throw a flag.
I will note that Hall still has the green gloves on, so that wasn't.
He may have told them to put a mouthpiece in or something. And now they're going to switch somebody out here. So the Titans are going to make a substitution at defensive end. Taking number 44 out on the right edge and putting in number 53, it looked like, or 56 it is. Hand off to Neal, right side, bounces off a would-be tackler, turns it up at the 35. Still on his feet to the 30, and down he goes. Penalty markers come in behind the play. The ball knocks loose at the end of the play, but flags come flying into the offensive backfield. That's holding against the Savages. That's going to negate the run by Snooty, and it'll bring the Savages back near midfield. This depends on where this infraction occurred. It looks like it's a 39-yard line where the flag was thrown. That'll take it to the 49-yard line, and we'll replay first down.
You called that one literally, Skip, as Snooty Neal literally bounced outside on that, or was bounced, but all for naught. The ball did come loose at the end of that, but it was because it was with contact with the ground, so not a fumble, and then the Titans aren't arguing that.
So the ball is reset here at the 48-yard line. Line to gain is across the 30, so it's a long 18 yards here. The Savages have put themselves outside the chains once again with 8:55 left here in the first half. Braden Williams and A.J. Brannon come out into a twin look on this left side of the offense. The ball in the middle of the field. The Savages with the 5 blockers up front. Everybody else in some sort of formation. Look at this. This is a double set. Yeah.
We haven't seen Hall targeted since the first play of the game.
Loose ball in the backfield. Neal covers it up at midfield as the ball hit Graydon in the hands, but he couldn't handle it. And Snooty was in the right place to get a cover on it, but that's going to be another loss back to the midfield stripe. So the Savages need more than 20 yards here on second down.
Again, you don't like seeing it. It will make a difference in bigger games, gets better opponents, but we've seen the Savages time and again come up with a second or third and 20 and actually score on those plays.
Graydon in the backfield. Looking downfield now, straight drop back, rolling right. Now wants to scramble to the 45, to the 40, and runs over the DB back at the original line of scrimmage. So he gets back to the yard marker, leaving us with a 3rd down and 10.
And
so that's good coverage, Chris, as Graydon wanted to throw the football. That primary call was a pass. He tried to stay behind the line of scrimmage as long as he could, but that was a coverage. That was great coverage.
And I think it was a Hall and flag on that side. I think one of those two was the primary receiver. But, again, good, fast defensive backs. Of course, McCaskill's the guy on that side. I believe he's the free safety back there. So he probably has either that zone or that man.
This time they'll take the receivers and go back into a strong set in front of Graydon Howell. Handoff, Snooty wants to run to the 40. Turns it up 35-yard line. Tripped up and falls forward. That depends on the spot.
Wow. At the end of that play, Snooty, again, falling forward, put down his arm and stretched the ball out just to get enough where the ball slammed onto the 30-yard line. Let's see if they spot it there. If it is,
they did.
So it's just short of a first down. It's a foot.
He's a 1.5 feet short here, and it's 4th down. The Savages put the power package in. That's Meddock, 33, Brannon, number 8, and Pratt, number 0, all on the right side of the offense. Snooty is behind Graydon Howe. What we've seen a lot of times here is play action and then Graydon following them. Here's the handoff. They're going to let Snooty do the work. Across the 30, spins to the 26-yard line. The pile moves to the 25-yard line. That's plenty for the 1st and 10. Stop the clock with 6:27 left in the half and reset the downs. The Savages with another 1st and 10.
You need to credit that first down to basically McDaniel, Curry, and company, as there was one defender to tackle Snooty, and he was on the ground a yard past the line to gain. They just blew out that defensive front.
I mean, that might be something you want to continue to do here, is just to pound on these guys, because a lot of these guys are going both ways for McLain, and the more physical you can make it for them, the harder it's going to be. And we do keep that same offense in the game. All the beef on the right side here. Handoff, Neal. They'll try that strong side. Good blocking up front. Turns it up to the 20, to the 15. Still running through tacklers to the 12-yard line. That's going to be another Broken Bow 1st down and 10.
That's Snooty Neal powering his way after a 5-yard gain where he remained untouched, powering his way through 2 would-be tacklers to add another 10 to it. And you're right, Skip. That is just power football.
Graydon having a conversation there with the white hat. Not sure what about. 5:50 left here in the first half. Clock on the move. Savages inside the red zone again. 1st and 10. They're going to spot it at the 13-yard line. Savages would like to get another touchdown. They've got 13 unanswered points on the board.
13-yard line, Halloween. I'm just seeing these.
Yeah. It's not Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 31st. Backwards it is. Handoff to Neal. Looking for some room. Dances outside. Hit hard at the 10-yard line. That's a nice play as number 11 comes in and steps into the hole. Snooty was trying to find some room there, and 11 made a good open field play.
And you don't see a lot of solo tackles on Snooty Neal.
Yep. That was a fine defensive play.
Still, he picked up a couple.
He did. Had good blocking in front of him, but I don't know if 11's a safety or, I think he's a safety. He came up and stepped through there. No, they didn't have a body for him as everybody else was in contact with someone. Clock moves under the 5-minute mark. What a slow-moving, kind of creeping along game this is so far. 6:05 on the play clock here. Graydon's got some problems here. He's not going to get this. Yeah, he does. Gets it off. Rolling left. Now back outside, looking downfield. Steps through a would-be tackler. Now wants to throw the ball across the field, and it's well over the hands of Dejon Hall. I think he might have had an ineligible receiver downfield anyway.
It was tough, though. You could see Hall flashing open after that scramble to this side. And keep in mind, left-handed quarterback throwing against his body back to that other side while he's moving this way is an extremely hard throw, and he just couldn't get it there.
I don't know why they would set that on that hash on an incompletion. Doesn't it come back to the same hash?
I should. It's an incomplete pass. Doesn't change the field position.
It did, though. It moved it from one hash to the other.
It was closer.
4:31 left. Clock stops on the incompletion. Now it's 3rd down and 8. Handoff. Neal looking outside. Can he outrun him? He does. To the 10. To the 5-yard line. 1st down yardage. Did he get to the pylon?
Yes,
Looks like he did from my angle. And it's a touchdown, Broken Bow. Credit Snooty Neal on the run. And the Savages have 3 unanswered touchdowns.
You knock a pylon down, you get 6 points. Snooty Neal has done it twice at the same side of the field when you're going. At the opposite end, he went the same way coming to his left and just dove at the end to finish it off. That was a 13-yard scramble by Snooty Neal. He just outran the pursuit.
He did. Savages with another touchdown on the board. They'll keep the offense on the field here because they had a missed point after touchdown on the previous possession. And we'll go for 2. 19-7 is our current score. Here's Graydon, wants to keep it. Looking for some room, and he's into the end zone. That's a 2-point conversion, and the carry credit Graydon Howe, the quarterback. 4:21 left first half, 21-7 Savages. Let's take a short timeout. Back with the kickoff. This is Savage football. .421 left first half. Broken Bow Savages, who gave up an early touchdown to McLain in the first period, and trailed 7-0, but now have answered with 3 unanswered touchdowns. 21-7 our score, and right now in District 4A4, all of the top teams are taking care of the business, looking for a Week 10 showdown. But still plenty of football left here in this one. Still 4:21 left just here in this first half. Zaragoza with the football teed up, kicking from east to west. And another onside kick, hard bouncer, this time covered, and that's going to be good field position for the McLain Titans as they had the quarterback in the right place there to get his hands on the football. 1st and 10 Titans, 48-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage by the Titans, but that one also didn't have that second bounce where it goes up in the air. It was a straight line drive, basically a line drive to the shortstop, and he just picked it. He just fell on it, which is a smart thing to do.
Speaking of which, is we've in Game 6 tonight, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Blue Jays trying to put away the Dodgers. Trip set
in Canada
to the top of the screen. That was McCaskill, one of the slots there. Now they're going to move him closer to the ball. Now they'll split out into a trip set. Quarterback motion now, and that's going to be an offsides. They didn't call it.
Yeah, McCaskill.
Quarterback's in the backfield, and the Savages have him. And down he goes. There's going to be 3 Broken Bow Savages that are going to get a part of that tackle for loss.
Yeah, and you're right. McCaskill made a move, started running toward the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. But Savages, Savages are glad they didn't call it. It says instead they get a tackle for loss when their opponent loses the down.
I thought both of them, the 6 and the outside receiver, both were offsides there. Clock on the move. 3:51 left. And go ahead.
Your point on conditioning and going both ways is taking effect. Savages have taken over the latter part of this first half.
Savages bringing the backers now. Pass across the middle, and he didn't want it. Number 6, McCaskill, reached up, couldn't hang on, but he was going to pay a heavy price if he'd have caught that.
As Sky Baker had him zeroed in his sights. And that also could be a factor of fatigue. It's just the Savages. I believe Broken Bow has one of the best conditioned, if not the best conditioned football team in 4A.
I had the thought, and didn't say it in the first quarter, about as many times as 6 was involved in the plays that he can't go that way on both sides of the ball all night.
Right.
Now we're seeing a bit of a difference here between the talent levels. Here come the Savages on the jailbreak. They throw the football to the inside screen. On the move across midfield. Nice play that time as they had all the Savage forcing unit rushing the quarterback. He throws out the little bubble, got some blocking in front of him, and he gets back across the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be a 4th and about 6 for the Titans.
Yeah, and I think that at this stage, well, no, they've got the putter back there. There's plenty of time left on the clock, and they do not want to give Broken Bow a short field. But I thought maybe Clay might have been held out there on that bubble screen as he came back in trying to make the tackle. It looked like he was held up from behind, but
well, mercifully, tonight we've not seen penalties on every snap like we have in weeks past. So that's a good thing. Just let the teams play, and we'll see how it goes. 2:55 left, clock on the move. We're here in the first half. 21-7 Broken Bow.
There's no clown left on the play clock. I think they must call timeout.
Timeout McLain.
Delay of game because they were doing switching personnel, and they were not in time. The play clock was running.
The clock is still running. Stop the clock.
Speaking of which, I believe it's tomorrow night. You turn back the clock an hour.
Right.
So.
Yeah, which I hate. Just for the record, not that anybody cares what my opinion is, but I hate.
Hey, move to Phoenix.
I don't like falling back.
Move to Phoenix. They don't do it there.
Yeah.
Phoenix is the same time year round. There is no.
I get it when most of us made our living farming.
Farming, yeah.
That made sense then, but now why take away the warmest part of the day from us,
right?
When we can get off work and actually have an hour to do something with some daylight, but now they're going to take that away from us.
Yeah, got to get up. You got to get up and make sure and harvest that data while it's ripe.
Government's always meddling, always meddling. 2:36 left first half, and the Savages with a 21-7 lead here as their defense back on the field. Let's set them up for you. That's Jimmy Brown, Jackson Porter at the tackles. Cale Ginn and Bentley Brown, those are your edge rushers. Bladen Meddock is on the outside. That's number, who is that other linebacker? Oh, they got another, this is a punt return unit. They got another DB in. So that's number 4, Graydon Howell, the punt returner. Good snap. They'll get the punt away, and it is not a good one. It's going to go out of bounds. I don't think it even crossed the 40-yard line. So, what?
30.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here
I
we
was
go.
going, he stopped at the 31, and he's walking forward.
Keep going, buddy.
Yeah, it's like
They're going to give him the 38-yard line, and that's generous.
it's where it stopped
Yeah.
on the out of bounds. See, he went to where the ball was out of bounds. I guess he's marking that back from where, I don't know. I don't know what the.
Oh, he was waiting on the white hat to give him the signal.
Okay. I
think it's a generous, but I don't think the punt went that far, but that's all right. 2:31 left first half. Savages with the offense back on the field. They've got 62 yards to go, we'll call it, to get back in the end zone. Remember, they've got to give the football away to start the second half, so they'd like to get some more points here. Here's Graydon, rolling left, looking downfield, fires a deep pass, and Hall can't get to it. Just quite couldn't get to it. He was very close, and he was in a dead run. Looked like he got a hand on the football, but he couldn't come down with it.
Boy, that ball was thrown, and again, there wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him, but he did make a Herculean effort, just could not get there as he fell at the end. Did get a hand on it, I think.
Incomplete. Stops the clock, 2:24 left in the half, and it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll line up shotgun with Neal directly behind Graydon Howe. Give Neal a chance. Nope, it's a fake. Keeper, 40-yard line. Cuts back to the 45, still on the move to midfield, and now out of bounds in Titan territory at the 47-yard line. Graydon Howe gets another Savage 1st and 10. Still 2:17 on the clock. 3 timeouts to work with, and the Savages in Titan territory.
Graydon Howe with the stutter step again, just getting past the defender and just knows, keeps so much information in his head while he's moving and thinking, make sure he gets past the line to gain before he goes out.
Savages with 3 receivers in the set. Neal in the backfield along with Graydon Howe. Savages look downfield here. A pass is at the feet of Sky Baker, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2:15 left in the half. And it'll be 2nd and 10 Broken Bow.
It's really the first bad pass thrown by Hal tonight. Other ones have been catchable, although, again, it would have taken a great effort on that last one, but that one just went into the ground. And that's also, it's a curl route. I don't know if the receiver's supposed to come back a step or just stop and stand.
Yeah, I don't know. That was actually Baker in there for Hall. Here's Neal taking the handoff, stretch play right side across the 45, and, man, he just burst forward for another 5 there to the 40-yard line. That's a nice run, getting closer inside the chains. 3rd down and 4.
Neal has that acceleration, and the Savages going up tempo.
Clock on the move, under 2 minutes left in the half. 25 on the play clock here. Graydon looks to the sideline. Still no play. Now looking at the play clock as it moves under 15 seconds. The game clock at 1:40. The Savages using a lot of time here.
I'm interested to see what play we'll
10.
see.
Graydon with the snap. Fake handoff. Bootleg. Looking downfield. Wants to throw the football to the end zone. A.J. Brannon goes up to get it. And the defender, who never looked back at the football, just ran to the belly of the offensive receiver. And the ball hit him in the back of the helmet, it looked like.
Yeah.
That'll stop the clock with 1:25 left and leave the Savages with a 4th down and 4.
You saw the frustration on Brannon as he was batted ground for not catching the ball, despite that, what he believed, and it may have been an interference call, but the ball was kind of there in his belly and just couldn't haul it in.
I couldn't tell if there was any contact or not, but the receiver never looked back. He just ran to the belly of the receiver, and normally you get a flag when that happens. Here's Heath in the game. He'll run the tight end position. And offsides on the McLain Titans will give the Savages a 1st and 10. Once again, a hard count, a mental mistake by the Titans, and they'll step off 5 and give the Savages another 1st down.
Here's a thought. Still 1:25 left. Broken Bow has all 3 of their timeouts. Plenty of time. You'd like to see 6. But if you get down to the 25 or stuff, you're up by 14. 15 is the tiebreaker. Again, just the first half. But you might test the leg of your field goal kicker. See if Zaragoza can put one in from 40 yards.
Savages with a 1st and 10 and still plenty of time to work with. 1:25 left on the game clock. Here's Graydon with the football. Penalty marker comes in. Fires a pass to a wide-open Snooty Neal, but I think it's coming back. Boy, Snooty has all kinds of bad luck with having touchdowns called back.
He's had, that has to be at least the 4th. He had 2 in one game.
Remember last year it was Graydon who had so many touchdowns called back. This year it's Snooty who loses them.
Yeah. Well, Snooty may have 2. We just didn't know because he was at Idabel.
Well, that's true.
But,
false start against Broken Bow. Lined up in the wrong position. They didn't have 7 on the line of scrimmage. I can tell by the way our coaches are reacting. So they got that. That's just they lined up bad.
That's a mistake.
Cost them a touchdown. 1:19 left in the half. Step it off 5 yards.
The punishment for that is
That's not a spot foul, folks. There we go. Now, That's not the line of scrimmage. That's not the line of scrimmage. Let's get this right, y'all.
Yeah, the punishment for that not lining up is going to be you're going to have to run 6 wind sprints, 1 for each point that Snooty didn't get because of your mistake.
All right, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15, football at the 40-yard line. We got everything lined out here. Dejon Hall will flip to the right side of the offense here, be split to that side. That's Isaiah Fields' slot to the outside. This is A.J. Brannon in the narrow boundary near the Savage sideline. Graydon rolling right. Now pump fakes, rolls back to his left, has some pressure, back pedals, fires the football out. Coming back for it is Dejon Hall making the catch at the 27-yard line. That's not enough, however, for a 1st and 10. It will be enough to get them back inside the chains and leave us with a 2nd down and 3.
Again, buying time for himself, Graydon in the pocket running.
Clock moving, under a minute to go, first half. Savages trying to get quickly up to the line of scrimmage here. Clock under 50 seconds left. Hard count. Straight drop back. Looking downfield. Graydon wants to throw the football. Fires it out to Brannon. 25 to the 20. And down he goes at the 16-yard line. Stop the clock with 40 seconds left. 1st and 10 Broken Bow. The Savages reset.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Robo still has all 3 timeouts, at least according to the clock. I don't remember us calling one.
We haven't called one.
So
another red zone possession for the Savages here. Trip set right side. Neal in the backfield. Hal looks to the sideline. Now the clock moves. Now the clock stopped. 34 seconds left. Timeout Broken Bow. They'll use one of those 3 allotted timeouts.
Yeah, let's talk about the Savages, their options on this play. Again, you really like, as you mentioned it, you're going to give the ball away. Well, at least you're going to be kicking it off. They may try another onside kick, but you're going to be giving it to your opponent presumptively to start the second half. You would like to put points on the board. And how do you do that? Because we've seen Snooty Neal run over people. You know Graydon Howell, as elusive, can run. And we've improved as the opponent has tired, and we have not as much. You may be able to get somebody loose deep.
Yeah, or you could actually hit Snooty out of the backfield again in the similar fashion to the play that got called back earlier, because I think that one's going to be open. The way their defensive lineman is working there, he kind of goes unaccounted for. If they don't drop one of the rushers, if they're rushing anybody at all, then they would have to drop one of them to have somebody.
Yeah, it looks like they're running a man zone with number 6 on Hall and everybody else in a zone. And sometimes when you slip somebody out under that zone, you're not paying attention defensively, and that somebody is Neal.
Especially if they're rushing one of the backers or more than one of the backers. They will come out with 5 up front. Nope.
Williams in the slot slot back as well, or H back as well.
They got a lot of folks inside the box here. 7, maybe 8. Now they'll send Hall out, and that'll cause McCaskill to have to move outside. High snap, Graydon rolling right. Wants to throw the football, now rolling back, scrambles to the left side, 20-yard line, 15 to the 10, still on his feet at the 5, and down he goes at the 3-yard line. That's enough for a 1st and 10, as the 1st and goal, that is. With 23 seconds left, the Savages will use their 2nd timeout, and they'll have a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
Now here's where it gets even trickier, as you just have one. You can run. You just have one timeout. So you have the luxury of trying to run once, or you can even have it, Howell in the backfield, and he can get tackled. But I don't know. How many times has he been sacked this season? Once? Twice, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's been sacked probably more than that because of some of the ones where he got caught early in the season trying to reverse the field and so forth. But as far as just getting pressure on him where the pocket collapses on top of him, it hadn't happened much.
No.
23 seconds left here. The Savages with 1 timeout left. They can throw the football, but really probably what you want here is number 4 out on the edge with the option.
The option to throw it.
If you got an RPO call that gets him out on the edge, particularly on this right side for him over here on the wide side of the field, that's probably what you're calling it right now.
Well, and keep in mind he's a left-handed quarterback, and so they may flood it toward the left side with those receivers coming in and coming toward the sideline at different levels.
Into the short boundary, okay. They're not going to even line up that way, though. They are going to the wide side of the field.
And it looks like the power package is in there. Look at these blockers on this near side.
Yeah, we may see that zone read right here as well. That is a play we like in this situation. 23 seconds left in the half. Hand off to Neal, trying the power. He's got the touchdown. Yeah, nothing but just straight ahead blocking, honestly, and they ran the stretch, and we got in the end zone.
Or we could just run it and give the guy that got the touchdown call back earlier the ball and have him go in the end. The guy that scored twice on previous runs. That's his third TD of the game.
19.6 seconds left, and the Savages with their fourth touchdown of the game, third by running back Jatarius Neal. And Gadiel Zaragoza on to attempt the extra point.
That's the third consecutive series that he's had a touchdown.
Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is dead center this time, and the Savages lead it 28-7. We'll come back with the kickoff in just a moment. First, this word from one of our sponsors.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, the Savages have capitalized in that second quarter on all of their possessions and now lead this football game 28-7. Just under 20 seconds left to work with here in the first half. The Savages will have to kick the football off to begin the second half as well. We'll do that at half.
Yeah, we've got,
here's Zaragoza.
What are we going to look for here?
I think you'll do that high kickoff here. Nope, it's going to onside it again. The Savages, Maverick Soto picks it up. Did it go 10 yards?
Oh, yeah, I think he hit it 2 yards. I think he didn't touch it until it had already gone 10. They're going to be talking about it, but it's the referee's pointing to the other side, so maybe not. They may change this.
I think the side judge is saying it didn't go 10 yards.
Yeah, they're going to meet it. Normally, if they're meeting at midfield.
Well, you see the side judge standing on the arrowhead. He's pointing, saying it didn't go 10 yards. He had it stepped off just short of the 50-yard line. I also thought that it didn't go 10 yards. Just watching
before it was touched.
Watching it in live action. Oh, yeah, before. Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought it was touched prior to 10 yards.
And now they're talking to.
So with 18.3 seconds left, the Savage defenders will have to come out onto the field. The football will be spotted just short of the 50-yard line here. And then the Savages' illegal touch will give them the additional 5-yard penalty. So technically, if the football really is in the right spot there, he touched it on the other side of the 50.
Yeah.
So something's wrong with that measurement, but
yeah,
here we are.
Wouldn't it be at the 44-yard line?
Right, that's my point. 18.3 seconds left. Runninger wants to throw the football in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. And the Titans will face 2nd and 10 with 16 seconds left on the game clock.
Again, Runninger throwing a bullet, but it might have probably a little too hard on that. Throwing it at full speed, and the guy's out there, you need to just have a little bit better touch. I kind of expect him to try to find number 6 downfield from now on.
McCaskill is in the slot. They've got trips to that left side of scrimmage near the Titan boundary. Quarterback is looking in that direction. Now takes the snap. Rolling that way, and that penalty marker, and now they'll whistle it dead after they played quite a bit there. So offsides against Broken Bow. So why do you whistle that dead?
That's not I was saying it should be false start if you're whistling it dead. But unless they said the quarterback was in danger. Legal
procedure.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now it all makes sense. 7 off, 5 yards back to the midfield stripes. Now it's 2nd down 15. Just under 15 seconds left in the half.
I will note that they do have one timeout. The Titans have a timeout left, according to the clock anyway.
Yeah, they do. Both teams have one left. Shotgun formation with 4 receivers in formation, a balanced look. twin set to both sides. Ball right in the middle of the hash, right in the middle of the arrowhead. Hard snap count. Wants to throw the football out. Good coverage by the Savages, and he's got it anyway. Bentley Brown knocks him out of bounds, and the penalty marker comes in at the point of contact.
Bentley, he's going to get flagged for tackling, for unnecessary roughness, hitting him out of bounds, I believe.
Well, I mean, it looked like he engaged him inside.
He did, and that's the thing is he hit him and knocked him out of bounds, and then just wrapped him up out of bounds and went down with him. But he was already going that way, so they're going to hopefully they talk that over and wave that flag off.
No, they're going to penalize the Savages. 8.2 seconds left here in the half.
That's going to be 15. If it's unnecessary roughness.
Pass interference.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes more sense.
Pass interference will be a 15-yard penalty, and they only needed 13, so it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Titans, as we will step it off all the way down to the 35-yard line.
So with 8.2 seconds and a timeout, maybe time for 2 plays, but
so that's got to be a first. Yeah, okay. They're resetting the down marker. It's got to be a first down because everything's been a penalty.
Yeah.
You lost 5.
Was it Sallisaw that ran the hook and ladder against us this season? I think it was.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
They ran a reverse pass right at the end of the half. I remember that. I don't know if they ran the hook and ladder. I don't remember that.
I kind of expect McLain to try to come up with something like that.
Well, you only have 8 seconds to work with here on the game clock, so they probably will have to dial up some sort of gimmick.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just throw it, quarterback immediately throws it out into the boundary, and then you just pitch it to another guy running with the ball toward the side.
I'm going to switch this headset.
Yeah, but the other thing is, I'd almost expect the Savages maybe put Graydon Howell in at basically free safety, but basically playing center field back there. All you have to do is keep him from going across the goal line. And we go into the locker room with a 21-point lead.
So the Savages with the same defenders on the field. Brian Clay, it looks like, in one of the linebacker positions. Everybody else. Here's Ginn hustling now. They've got some confusion as to what personnel package they want.
Howell is in there, but he's
Clay
quarterback.
Brian Clay's the one that comes out quickly. 8 seconds left here on the game clock. High snap, straight drop back, pressure in the backfield, still on his feet, can't get him to the ground, whistle blows and stops the play, and that'll do it on the first half as time expires. The Broken Bow Savages lead the McLain Titans 28-7 here at the end of the first half. And Chris, we got off to a bit of a sloppy start, but the Savages able to capitalize and really show themselves as the better of the two football teams.
I'd mark that down to emotion and distraction after that huge win last week. You're not going to be as up. And also you have senior night. You have all that you're getting together prior to the game and an hour before kickoff. I mean, that's a long time. So I'll recap the scoring, Skip, and then we'll go to break. Scoring summary, Savages have a 28-7 lead, but as Skip mentioned, it was McLain getting on the board first after stopping the Savages, drove the ball 85 yards downfield and scored on a pass at 4:40 of the first quarter. Kick was good, and it was 7-0. But then after that, it was all Savages. Savage scored on a Howell 14-yard TD run with 1:33 left, as you see the flag. By the way, this should be fun. It's a Halloween performance by the Savage Pride Marching Band, and they're allowed to dress up. I love the Sharks. Sharks and bananas. Anyway, it was a 14-yard TD run by Howell, tying it at, kick was good by Zaragoza, tying it at 7, and then 34.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Neal with a huge run, 31 yards, hitting the pylon, made it 13-7. The kick was no good. Following in the second quarter, 4:21 of the second quarter, it was another Neal run, this time a 13-yarder. The kick, there actually wasn't a kick. That was a 2-point conversion by Howell, and back to 21-7. And then it was Neal once again, his third consecutive touchdown on his many drives, a 3-yard run with 19.6 seconds left in the half. That made it 28-7 Savages. The PAT by Zaragoza was good, and that's where we stand. Well, we're going to I would see inspired performance, I guess, by the Savage Pride Marching Band, which I would like to announce a flag corps. Again, 29 years in a row, the Savage Pride Band has received superior ratings at competition. That's just unheard of. Outstanding excellence. And the flag corps competed separately and also received a superior rating. So be interested to see what they have dialed up at halftime. We're just going to turn it over to the PA announcer, Jerry Falling, and the Savage Pride Marching Band, as well as, I believe, the dance team and cheerleaders that will perform, and we'll enjoy the halftime show and be back with second half of football after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Savage dance team.
Right. Couldn't hit it if that I lanes can't call it, you like. Oh, back again.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Savage dance team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Savage cheerleaders.
Do I have your attention? 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 Is you taking notes?
3, 2, 1.
We about to go off. When the speakers go blow. Everybody turn up. It's about to go down. Make the whole room spin. Turn the bass up loud. We about to go in. And we can't stop now. Dance. Don't stop. Dance. Dance. Do I have your attention? Dance. Don't stop. Dance. I was chilling in the club, looking cute all by myself. I saw my ex looking a mess and pressed up on somebody else. So I strutted up to the dance floor and I took off my earrings. I didn't kick into a split and showed him what he wasn't saying. Like, do I have your attention?
Ladies and gentlemen, your Savage cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we proudly present your award-winning Broken Bow Savage Pride Marching Band. Last week, the band marched at the OSSAA Regional Marching Contest, where they received their 29th consecutive Senior Superior rating. Congratulations to these incredible student musicians on their continued tradition of excellence. Now, under the field direction of Drum Major Allison Sundberg, we invite you to sit back, turn up the energy, and enjoy a legendary classic. From the king of pop himself, here is Michael Jackson's iconic hit, Thriller. Get ready for chills, thrills, and unforgettable marching band entertainment.
The foulest stench is in the air. The funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Broken Bow Savage Pride Marching Band.
And once again, congratulations. Just a tremendous tradition there. 29 straight superior ratings at district competition. Or sorry, a regional competition and at the state level. We're going to take a quick break and be back with second half action here on the Broken Bow football, with Broken Bow football on the Broken Bow channel. See ya in 2 minutes.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow. Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And welcome back. Chris Chandler here along with Skip Copeland, and Savage is putting it on thus far, doing what they need to do, ahead 28-7. And still about a minute and a half or so away from second half kickoff. In fact, they're just on warm-up, so they may add another 3 minutes to the clock.
I think you'll get 3 more minutes, yeah.
So, again, it's finally it is Halloween, as you're probably aware, and we getting some winter – or not winter, but some nice fall weather. But when that season comes around, one of the other things that's coming up is Veterans Day. And one of the things that we do around this time is the Veterans breakfast and lunch. Is that correct? And thank you for your service, Jonathan. I know are you in charge of the post at Idabel?
They're allowing me this year, yeah.
Okay, so what's happening? I know you guys have an event going. I think it's tomorrow, isn't it?
We got it tomorrow. We call it the Veterans Brunch. And then that way, just for some of us that like to sleep in a little bit, also some of the people coming out of the woods.
I'm a huge fan of brunch, not breakfast. Brunch.
It's the best.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling somebody like myself said you're late for breakfast. I said it's not breakfast, it's brunch, dude.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. I mean, we'll have breakfast all day, but this is we've done this 4 times before. And during COVID, we delivered a lot of meals and served about 70 veterans. And kind of stayed around there. Well, our goal is still to serve 100 veterans and their families. It's a free meal. Fat Tabs foots the bill for everything.
That's fantastic.
And as far as for the food side of it, and this year we've got an incredible menu. We've got maple glazed ribs with southern grits. I can't say the full terminology, but all you military folks, you'll know what SOS is. But we've got brisket.
It involves a shingle.
Yeah, that's one of the S's. But we got a brisket SOS with cheddar biscuits. We've got applewood smoked bacon. I'm sure that he's put in there for like 10, 12 hours or something. So
yeah, keep in mind he is an award-winning chef, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, winning the chopped competition, owning several restaurants in the area, training under Iglesias, Emerald, the guy.
Oh, Emerald, yeah, Lagos,
Lagos,
yeah.
yeah.
He of Nola
Not
fame.
Iglesias, but he is my hero too.
As a musician, I guess he would be one of yours. Yeah,
but
well, that's fantastic. And just let them know where is the just in case they don't know where is the VFW.
Yeah, we're gonna have it there at the county fairgrounds. It's gonna be at the Larry Brinkley Event Center, and at 10 o'clock we're gonna start serving. 11 o'clock we're gonna have a cornhole tournament out there. As far as under the pavilion, it's $40 a team. It's a free entry for veterans. So if you're a veteran and you got a non-veteran friend playing with you, that's going to be $20 for them. If you got 2 veterans playing, that's going to be absolutely free. It's a $300 cash prize. And then at 12:30, we're excited about this one. The Broken Bow Theatrical Society is actually going to put on a play.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, so the kids, I'm excited to see what it is, but just kind of, it's called Living Letters, and it's actually letters from local veterans.
Oh, that's
whenever they're at war, sending it back to their family or their loved ones, and the kids are going to probably like reenact aspects of it. So I'm assuming like one's probably going to read. The other
so
one
this is something that they have actually produced, written themselves.
Yes,
it's a complete local production. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep. So that's going to be at 12:30, and we're going to serve food until we're out. All the first responders are more than welcome to attend, and especially the ones on duty. We want you guys to come and get some free food. And we've got a bunch of them getting sent out to veterans that we know of that are working, at the casinos and elsewhere. And some of the veterans that are at some of the in-home health care or the kind of hospice and such. So, but yeah, it's going to be exciting. I know Billy Sims is in town, so hopefully he'll stop by and talk barbecue with Tab. But we'll see.
Billy Sims of Billy Sims Barbecue Sauce fame, which is one of the best.
Oh, it's so good.
It's fantastic. Maybe we'll even bring some samples.
Exactly.
And a critique would be good. So
but no, we're excited about it. We're kind of like the plays added to this year, next year. We're going to have some live music, maybe car show, golf tournaments in the future. So we really want to turn it the first weekend in November. We really want to turn that into the Veterans Weekend. Veterans Day is great, but that kind of falls on a Tuesday. It falls on this year. So it falls on different days.
Yeah, and that's also, I mentioned another really important for certain veterans also. There's a very important birthday, the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Founded on November 10th, 1775.
Yeah.
So if you 250 years ago, this November 10th. So if you're a Marine, then that's a big day for you as well. So John, appreciate you doing that. Appreciate Fat Tabs providing that for our local veterans, and be there tomorrow. Fairgrounds tomorrow, brunch, cornhole, play, all at the county fairgrounds.
Yeah, definitely shout out to all of our sponsors. Check out our Facebook page. You'll see them all on there. We've got door prizes and such. But thank you guys so much for the time, and I'll get back to the camera.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. Well, that's exciting. Savages, again, up by 21. They announced the score at halftime. It's Poto 22, Hilldale 7, and that is the exact 15-point tiebreaker at the half there. But, of course, Savage.
Get this halftime score. Elgin 42, Clinton 0.
Wow. How good are the Owls?
They're good.
They're defending state champions, I should say.
Tuttle is up on Chickasha 49-0.
Yeah, that's
Sallisaw beat Stillwell last night 42-0, so they've moved on. Now they are awaiting the Ada Cougars next Friday night. Ada is up on Glenpool 27-0 at the half. And as you said, Poto and Hilldale 22-7 is the halftime score. I've got a score here updated, but I don't believe it, so I'm going to wait until that one's verified.
That could be a trick.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's somebody trolling with this score because it was 2 quick scores by Hilldale according to this guy, and I don't think it's true. We're almost ready to get underway here in the second half. The Savages lead this one 28-7, but they do have to kick the football away. Gadiel Zaragoza, I'll get it right in a minute. He's got an onside kick again, and this time it went 10 yards, and the Savages. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Blake Skelton is lying there, and the coach, now they're calling it.
Okay, he pointed in the wrong direction.
Blake Skelton fell directly on it at the 49-yard line, was laying there hugging the ball. He never moved after he recovered it. Held the ball up, and it's like, hey, that's ours.
He literally stood and waited for it to bounce across the line. So, he just pointed in the wrong direction. The referee realized his mistake and then changed the direction on it.
And, hey, hand it to Zaragoza again, as he once again hits that two-hop and then the big hop, and it went right into the waiting arms of Skelton.
So much for the Savages having to kick the football away. They've got it back again. So here we go. They've scored on the last 3 times they've touched the football, I know for sure, maybe even the 4 times. I'm not sure of that. Savages with the same 11 on the field. Fake handoff, rolling left this time. Graydon with some pressure now. Wants to find the running back and throws it over the head of the defensive back out of bounds. Incomplete, as Graydon had a lot of pressure in the backfield that time. Let's set the line up quickly here, Chris. Josh McDaniel still on the field at center. He's got Hunter Shomo and Lucas Curry on his left. He's got Sonny Freeman and Aiden Hammonds on his right. Braden Williams is in the game at H-back to start the half. A.J. Brannon on the field at one of the split positions, along with Kalel Flagg and Dejon Hall. Those are the, along with the quarterback Graydon Howe and the running back Snooty Neal, those are the 11 on the Savage offense. Here we go with 2nd down and 10 following the incompletion. Braden Williams flips to the right side. They'll give Neal the football at midfield, tackled in the backfield, and he goes down for a short loss. A nice play that time by number 11, the safety.
That's the second play. That second good play he's made from that defensive back position, coming up supporting the run. And again, we saw this in the first half, though. McLain now has a rest. Those guys, most of whom are starting both ways, got a breather back to reasonably full speed. And so, given the Savages' problems with their athleticism, Broken Bow going to have to come up with a solution, but they have the guys to do it out there in the backfield and split out wide.
Loss of a yard on that play outside the chains here on 3rd and 11. Graydon, straight drop back, fires the football across. It's caught by Dejon Hall on a crossing route, 38-yard line, and then he's tripped up right there, but that's enough for a Savage 1st and 10. He caught a crossing route, Chris, and that was a bullet.
That was fired right across the middle, right into his hands, and handed to that man, Dejon Hall, as when he hauled it in, he knew he had to get across that line, and he did, bumbling, but not fumbling, and got the ball across to move the chains, give the Savages 4 more downs.
Savages will double up on the tight end look on the right-hand side this time. They'll go with a split twin set to the wide side of the field. Pistol formation, Howell in front of Neal. Now Williams in motion from right to left. Fake handoff. Rolling left. Now he throws the ball out for Williams. He has it in the flat. 35-yard line. Still running across the 30-yard line. 1st down yardage as Braden Williams slips through a tackler and gets his way down to the 26-yard line. 1st down, Broken Bow.
And actually, Braden broke 2 tackles on that. After the catch, slipped past 2 tacklers, just ran through and got to the 1st down. That's 2 consecutive passes for 2 first downs. Great work by the Savage receivers on consecutive plays.
Savages with a lot of folks on the right side of the offense here. Everybody within about 5 yards of the football. And a big, strong jumbo look with the 3 receiver set. Now they'll bring Neal back and circle his motion. Hand the football off on what is essentially a reverse here as he goes to the 20, across the 20 to the 18-yard line. So that's a wild play, the way they set that up. They do that circle motion, and then essentially that's a reverse handoff because he's coming back in the other direction, and they just follow the strong blocking to the right side.
And what it does is it gets that other defender who has to cross on the other side. He has to shift. The linebacker has to shift to the other side, and then he's out of position once the ball comes back this way. Last time also, that's the play where they faked it to Neal, and Graydon took it in for 6 for the first score for Broken Bow.
Exactly right. 8 yards on the carry, 2nd down and 2. Brandon in motion. Now he'll go behind the quarterback. Wants to throw the football. Nope, it's Neal on the run. Breaks it out to the 15. Steps through a tackler at the 10. Across the 10 down to the 6-yard line is Snooty Neal on a nice, nifty little run. Stop the clock with 9:29 left, 3rd period. 1st and goal, Broken Bow.
Tough running by Snooty Neal and handed to Graydon Hallis. Right after the handoff, he brought in and went through the motion of throwing it, maybe to freeze the defense.
No, he did. They carried out the fake really well. Clock moves again. 9:15 left, 3rd period. Savages on the move as well with a red zone possession following an onside kick recovery to begin this 2nd half. Neal and Howell in the backfield. 3 receivers in formation. That's Brannon wide left. Now Williams will flip to that side as well. High snap, fake handoff. Graydon with the football, trying to stretch to the 5-yard line. Going to be knocked out of bounds just inside the 5-yard line. It will be 2nd and goal. Give him a gain of almost 3 yards there.
Just designed to get him out in space, maybe give him an opportunity to get in the end zone, and they did stretch it out defensively, but because of his speed, it's still a 3-yard gain.
So they'll bring Meddock into the game, bring Neal off the field here, just across the 5-yard line. It is 2nd and goal. This should be a heavy look with, they've got Pratt in the pistol here.
Wow.
Then they're going to give it to Cade Pratt. He's going to try to bounce outside, nothing doing. Great open field tackle by number 5 there, the safety, or one of the DBs anyway, who came in tight, got in the backfield and got Pratt to the ground.
Yeah, he's a safety, or he plays a defensive back, but that's almost a cheetah position on this goal line defense, is he's kind of like a 5th linebacker. He's playing across at that linebacker level, just outside the tight end or offensive tackle.
So the Savages lose on the consecutive plays here, and still in a goal line situation, but now back to the 8-yard line, 3rd down. Now Pratt in the Wildcat. Now they'll send Graydon in motion, and Pratt will keep the football straight up the middle. Touchdown, Savages.
That was a little misdirection, if you will, as number 4. By the way, nice to see Graydon back in his old jersey. I don't know if they salvaged that one or just got a new one. He runs toward the line of scrimmage and then comes straight down the line, ducking down, and everybody's focused on him. And then the offensive line opened up a huge hole. Pratt just lumbered into the end zone.
Touchdown, Savages. 8:09 left, 3rd period, and it's 34-7 with an extra point on the way. Zaragoza on the field here. Blake Skelton will hold. Kilgin will snap. And the Savages will try to get the point after. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Everything's good. The Savages lead it 35-7 over the McLain Titans. 8:09 left, 3rd period. Back with the kickoff in just a moment. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. And a big thank you to all of our media partners and all of our banner sponsors as well, helping bring these broadcasts to you. These live streams are absolutely free thanks to these media partners, but they have some help as well with these banner ads that we've got. This year we have 3 banner sponsors. There you go, IC Fitness, that's our newest one. And that's a gymnasium, a fitness gymnasium that's open on the south end of Broken Bow. If you are looking for a gym for your home, that's for your home gym, I'm saying. Let's go back out. We'll talk about him in just a moment.
Yeah.
Zaragoza, I was stumbling through it. Wow, nice kick, as he kicks out over everybody down to the 6-yard line. Picked up, and then down he goes.
Oh.
As the Savages have good coverage there. So they're keeping everybody off balance here. Onside kick, and now kick it to the 5-yard line.
That's just great. And then you show the power of the leg, but that's also the thinking, the mind of keep your opponent off balance. You're right. They're not going to lose the ball on onside again, but you put them back 5 yards from their own goal line.
I want to finish that thought about IC Fitness because I stumbled my way all the way through that. Because when I said home gym, I realized, well, that's not a home gym. You actually have to go there. It's a gym to make your home, but
yeah.
But IC Fitness. Along with, and you had the wedding venue up there as well. So Crystal Forest Wedding and Events Venue. And if you're looking for a place to house your event, this has lodging. It has a great pavilion area. So absolutely everything you need. Crystal Forest Wedding Venue. And then Oklahoma Pools and Spas. Also helping us out this year is one of our sponsors. Oklahoma Pools and Spas in Broken Bow. They're also out there next to Crystal Forest Wedding Venue, actually. Thank you to those banner sponsors. deep in their own end of the field are the Titans, and wow, the Savages come out hitting hard to try to keep them there. No gain on the carry, and the Savages putting him on the ground. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I don't know if that's a 0 or an O for the sound people make when Pratt rams into him. That was a blow he delivered. Yeah, it's still let's call it a gain. And actually, that's another tackle for loss, right?
Yeah.
That's a tackle for a 1-foot loss, but it's a TFL.
No, I think they gave him a 1-foot gain. Actually, that looks like where the spot is. He was short of the 5-yard line on the kickoff, and now he's at the 5-yard line. So I don't think we get a TFL there. But standing on his own goal line is the quarterback. Pistol formation. So the back went the wrong way, but they'll get the pass in anyway, and off to the races we go. The Savages, Heath will get him down as he beat the safety that time, and then is able to get down a nice pitch and catch all the way to the 35-yard line. 1st down, Titans.
That's a good call, and also a well-executed play, a nice, a gutsy throw by the quarterback. You're throwing across that line of scrimmage. If it gets tipped, it is up in the air by the goal line. But this is the benefit of having the ball down inside the 5 is even with that play, they're still at their 35-yard line.
6:59 left, clock on the move, 3rd period. Savages lead this one 35-7. We'll set the defense in just a moment. Step back, fires it out into the flat, caught at the 40, crossed the 40 to the 44, 45-yard line. Savages pile in and pile on. Tyjon Murphy, Brian Clay, and Cale Ginn getting up off the pile there. But a nice, again, 9-yard gain, make it a 10-yard gain, and another Titan 1st and 10.
Yeah, another play which moves the chains. Well, we presume they haven't moved them yet, but with the yardage, it's going to be a 1st down. But you do have to appreciate the effort by Broken Bow. As you mentioned, Cale Ginn and Tyjon Murphy, both seniors here on senior night, getting all the way out at the boundary and making the tackle. So they don't give up. I mean, the ball's thrown outside to a receiver that's faster than they are. They turn and run with him, though, and when he tries to cut back inside, managed to be there for the tackle. That's Savage defense.
So the Titans with back-to-back 1st downs here on consecutive plays, and now they are at the 45-yard line with a new set of downs. Savages with Tyjon Murphy and Jackson Porter in the middle there. That's Bentley Brown and Cale Ginn, both to the left side of the defense this time, those edge rushers. Here comes Ginn in the pressure, tried to get a hand on it, couldn't. It's caught in the flat, blocking out in front to the 50, to the 45, turns it up the sideline, 40-yard line, still going, 35-yard line, 30-yard line, and finally knocked out of bounds on another big play. 3 plays, 3 1st and 10.
And 65 yards, and the Savage defense is going to have to not give up that kind of yardage. So, again, it's a matter of inches. As Ginn was there, batted at the ball, like almost hit it, may have touched it with his fingertips, but not able to knock it loose. But after the catch, Savages missed 1 tackle, and it's off to the races.
So the Titans with the football, Savage territory, 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
They're going up tempo a little, Skip.
They are. Shotgun formation, trip set into the narrow boundary. Looking to the sideline for the play. Savages look like the backers are coming, and they are. Wants to throw the football. Got an open route. That's going to be a pass interference as the Savages just reached out and grabbed him. I couldn't tell. It looked like that was Isaiah Fields that just stuck a hand out and said, I'm not going to let you go by him.
Yeah, which I'm not sure he needed to do that, as Graydon Howe also over there on coverage. And, where the ball was thrown, nobody could get to it.
So it's defensive holding, which is only a 5-yard penalty, actually. So it's 5 yards and replay 1st down here.
Yeah, I think that may be a reflection of the mentality after getting burnt 3 times for 65 yards. The Savage defense said, well, not again, and so you commit that penalty. But they need to.
I thought that was a 5-yard penalty. They marked off 10.
Yeah.
10 yards on the – either way, 10 yards is the penalty, 1st and 10. And so now another 1st down for the Titans, this time on penalty. And it was clearly a holding penalty. On the move, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Pratt has him on the ground, and that's going to be another tackle for loss as the Savages just collapsed the pile there, collapsed the pocket around the quarterback. He had nowhere to go except to the ground.
That's a huge play because it puts them back behind the sticks. That is a sack and tackle for loss. That's the one by guess who? Pratt. But that does put them at 15, and that limits that. They've made 40 yards on a throw just down the line of scrimmage in space. But now they're
the first time they've had a play run that didn't result in a first down in a while, though.
And it disrupts the rhythm after 3 huge gains. 3 stretch plays. They have to think about what they're doing now.
Outside the chains here, 2nd and 14, throwing the timing route to the corner, and it is overthrown. That time Fields was in great position, and the safety, which actually was Graydon Howell this time, pushing the play towards the sideline, and it falls incomplete. 4:32 left here in the third period. Clock will stop, and the Titans will face a 3rd and long, 3rd and 14.
I'll hand this to the Titan coaching staff is like they're not going for the first down. They're down by 28 points, 4:32 left in the third quarter. They're going for the touch. They want to get in the end zone. They're obviously in 4-down territory, so they have 2 plays to get to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they definitely need a score here.
To the 10-yard line. 10-yard line's line to gain.
35-7 is our score. Runninger with some pressure in the backfield. Clay has him. He throws it up for grabs, and Pratt goes and gets it. Pratt's with a Cade Pratt, I think that's his first interception of the season.
It is his first INT, added to his other stats. But, hey, credit the pressure on the quarterback as he had to throw it and throw it off bounds. He was actually in the grasp. Was that Murphy in there that hit him, or was that Brown? I didn't see who it was.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, but anyway, he was in the grasp of one of the Savage rushers when he threw it, and that was ill-advised as Pratt there to pick it off, and that ends that drive.
So the Savages are bend but don't break on that particular possession, and they'll get the football following the turnover at the 20-yard line. First down, Broken Bow. The Savage offense breaks the huddle with the same 5 offensive linemen in the game. That's McDaniel, Shomo, Freeman, Curry, and Hammonds. Braden Williams, the H-back, on the field this time. A.J. Brannon split left. Khalil Flagg, Dejon Hall are split to the right side. Snooty Neal and Graydon Howell are in the backfield. Those are the 11 as we start this offensive possession. 4:25 left, third period, 1st and 10. Snap, rolling right. Graydon looking downfield. Double fake. Now he'll keep the football. Crosses the 20, 25, 30-yard line and has his feet taken out from under him. As enough for a 1st and 10, however, across the 30 and down at about the 31. That's enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, Broken Bow.
A good decision by Hal to run, and great coverage by McLain. Is Hal had plenty of time to throw, just nobody open, but that's a good heady decision as he sees there's 10 yards at least he can get, and he goes and moves the sticks.
Hilldale, according to this scoreboard, Hilldale has taken a 29-22 lead over Podo in Hilldale. Savages will put Neal in motion and now bring him back into the pistol and hand him the football. Stretch play left side. Head of steam across the 35-yard line, and down he goes after a gain of about 4 yards at the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Neal's starting to get, if he gets that head of steam, breaks a tackle, he may be gone to the races. That's kind of the bread and butter of this Savage offense now. He's got to have 100 yards at least tonight already.
Clock continues.
He's had 20, 30 called back.
Clock continues to move. 3:20 left in the period. Savages holding on to a 35-7 lead at the moment, but they have the football and are marching. Fake handoff. Graydon wants to throw the ball. Open receiver outside. Khalil Flagg still inbounds across midfield and then steps out. I guess he had a foot on the line there at the 48-yard line. That's enough for a Savage 1st and 10, however. Stop the clock with 3:05 left, third period. Move the chains. Broken Bow resets.
Just calm, just poise in the pocket by, actually not in the pocket, just back in the bag by Hal. He was hit immediately after throwing the ball, but wide open flag on the sideline, and Savages had a 1st down because of it.
Savages with a pistol set again. Twin receivers to the wide side. They've got the H-back on that side of the offense also. Brandon's the tight end right side. Neal tries the outside, bounces it out across midfield and knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Let's see the spot. 45, let's say. Neal with a nice gain, 6 yards on 1st down. That's going to leave a 2nd down and about 4.
And what a benefit it is to have Snooty Neal, this offensive line blocking like they do, along with those lead backs, to get 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down. That leaves you with so many options on 2nd and short.
McLain continues to rush 4 up front, everybody else in coverage. Now they'll bring a backer. Graydon gets the football out, quickly caught on the out route. It's Kalel Flagg again, and he's hopping forward here to the 36-yard line. That's enough for another Broken Bow first down and 10.
And number 20 is, I guess he's assigned to Flagg, is over there holding his hands. Like, what am I supposed to do? Because Flagg's just running a quick out route. The ball's on the money. There's not much he can do. He can't get to him in time. That's why Savages see that and keep going to number 2 out here on the near boundary.
Savages just methodically moving the football right now. Clock on the move with 2:15 left in the period. They'll bring the H-back into more of a fullback look here. Now they'll flip Brannon, the tight end. Power to the left side. Belly handoff, Neal. Cutting back to the right side across the 35. Not much there, however, as he falls forward at about the 33-yard line. Let's give him a short gain. It'll be second down. Well,
not that short.
Not that short is right. Second down and 6.
There's you hear the PA announcer announcing that score. A little bit of a surprise, but to some purveyors of 4A4 football.
Yeah, that would change the perspective of things a bit if the Savages go in with with Poto having another loss, but there's still a lot of football left in that game. This clock on the move, 1:25 left third period. Graydon trying to get some movement here. Fake handoff, keeper, left side, still running across the 30-yard line. It's going to be short of the line to gain by a yard and a half or so, and the Savages will be faced with third down.
That was a smart play by Hal. He realized he was completely surrounded. There was no possibility of him getting past, so instead of taking 3 shots from defensive back, just kind of went down on the ground, diving forward to get as much as he could, making it third and very short. That's going to be a short, I'd call it a long 2 maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to call it 2 yards. Third down and 2. Williams will flip to the right side this time, so they have strength into the boundary. Now Flagg in motion right to left. Handoff, Neal running right side. It's got first down yardage, 25, 20. Penalty marker comes in behind the play. 2 flags, in fact. That one's coming back is a bad block on the Broken Bow Savages, holding in the offensive backfield. And they'll step off 10. So third and short will go outside the chains here, and we'll be faced with third and probably 12 or so.
And that's probably going to change the play call a bit. That was a nice run, a good blocking, well, I say good blocking, but it may be by the benefit of holding out there as they opened a crease and got Neal to run through it. Savages eating away the clock. We are almost out.
Wow, they spotted this. So they called that at the 35-yard line.
Wow, was it like a seal block on the backside?
Must have been way in the backfield. They started it at the 35 and then marched off the 10, so we're all the way back. 45-yard line to gains the 27. Savages got a ways to go here. We're working with third down.
Yeah, and I was going to say, almost out of the third quarter here. Only 32.7 seconds left in the 3Q, and it's been almost all Savages.
Hurt ourselves. That's a big penalty on third down to get you back well outside the chains here. Savages will flip power to the right side into the boundary. And another whistle, another flag.
That's probably going to be a legal procedure.
That's a dead ball. False start against the Savages, illegal motion. So the Savages shifted and did not set long enough, perhaps, because he did not whistle and flag until the snap. So I think they probably didn't stay because you had two players change position there. So
going forward toward the line of scrimmage.
And I don't think there was a full count in between that and the snap, and that's what the illegal motion came from. Clock under 30 seconds left, and the Savages need 5 more than they did before. They're third and about 22 or so, it looks like. Graydon and Snooty in the backfield here. Now Williams will flip over left side. Ball on the right hash mark. McLain rushes 4. Graydon throwing it deep. Looking for the open receiver on the boundary. That's Dejon Hall. It hit him in the chest and bounced out incomplete, but it looked like a defender had a hand.
No, that was deflected. It hit him in the chest as it was deflected. That was just good defense. Now, he had him beat. He had to turn and backpedal for the ball there, and Graydon threw it. Hall is so fast getting downfield, and he's on the opposite side of the field. He threw it from the middle, so it's about a 50-yard pass in the air. Unfortunately, it couldn't have been a little overthrown, and it might have been complete.
Savages had a good drive going on 3rd and 2 and then wound up. Here's a trouble in the backfield. Now Brannon is going to go down at the 39-yard line as time expires on the third period. The Savages are going to turn it over in a similar fashion to what we saw last week on a snap that was mishandled, and Brannon unable to get the football away, and they're going to give the short field to the Titans. The fourth quarter is going to begin, and McLain's 39 yards away. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with the final period right after this.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
And here we are back at historic Memorial Stadium. 12 minutes of football remain. The Savages have a commanding lead, 35-7, but they've hit a bit of a stall here as they had a good drive working, got down to 3rd and 2, and then self-destructed with some penalties, and wound up turning the football over on a bad snap on a punt. Now the McLain Titans have it 40 yards away. Looking for the pass. Double move. Throws the football down the sideline. Double coverage. Incomplete. Savages had good coverage that time as they had a safety and a cornerback, both in coverage over there on the intended receiver. He wants a penalty marker, but I didn't see any contact.
There was no contact. The contact came at right off the line of scrimmage, but when he fired off, he pushed off on Fields, and Fields pushed back. That's just, incidental contact when they're running out.
Ada is out on top of Glenpool 35-0. That game also going into the fourth period now. 29-22, Hilldale leads Poto. That's a surprising score. But Poto and Stillwell played to a 31-30 game, Poto winning by 1 point. Looking for the pass, outside, caught, and down he goes at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on 2nd and 10. It'll be 3rd down and 5 as the Titans try to get something going with this offensive possession.
Sky Baker immediately upon McCaskill touching the football, he had Sky Baker wrapping him up, and a nice sure tackle, take him down, because he is the guy that is, was dangerous to them in the first half. So just make sure, give up you're ahead by, 4 touchdowns. Give him the 5 yards and get him down infield.
Keep in mind that these kids have been going both ways the entire game. So this is a time of game when you would see evidence of that, if there's going to be evidence of it.
Savages don't bite on the hard count.
Savages with a 4-man rush up front, but they've got the backers in the position that they could come as well. Medoc looks like he does want to rush, and now a penalty marker comes in, delay of game as the play clock expires before the snap. Stop the clock with 11:02 left in the football game. 5 yards against the Titans will put them in a 3rd down and 10.
And that's the double-edged sword of the hard count. If you do it and it doesn't work, you have to have that play ready to call immediately, because otherwise you're going to have to restart the count and get it off before the play clock expires. The Titans didn't do it on that series.
Savages with Williams, Pratt, and Medoc in the game at linebacker. The DBs are Fields and Heath at the corners. Safeties are Patrick and Sky Baker. 3rd down and 10. The Titans seem content to pass the football on every down. Right?
They may try that flag post stutter step that they scored on.
Big rush by the Savages, crossing route, caught, and he's back to the 35-yard line, so they got the penalty back, but it'll be 4th and 5 with the clock moving, 10:45 left in the ballgame. Offense stays on the field.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely in 4-down territory, both in position on the field and in their position on the scoreboard. I think the Savages, you give up the 5-yard first down. You'd like to play that. Just don't give up the touchdown.
Clock moves under 10.5 minutes left here in the football game. Cale Ginn comes out in what looks to be double coverage on the split receiver. Now he squeezes back in for the edge rush, and here he comes. Pressure on the scramble, and they've got him in the backfield. Another sack Another tackle for loss as the Savages get 4 black-shirted defenders in on the quarterback. That'll turn it over on downs, and the Savage offense back on the field.
I think that's Porter, Meddock, Murphy, and maybe Pratt. I don't know. It was basically a jailbreak, and that's the way the defense wants to react. That play was designed to throw deep. They were going to try to get it downfield and score, but that does take time to develop, and the Savage defense did not give them that time.
So the Savages, despite giving the football up in outstanding field position for the Titans off that bad punt, that mishandled punt, the defense is able to hold. And with 10:09 left in the football game, the Savages have a 35-7 lead, and they've got the football back pointed in their direction. Graydon, pistol formation, handoff Neal, straight ahead, good blocking to midfield, and all the way down, big running by Snooty Neal to the 46-yard line. That's another Savage 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's going to be a gain of about 14 on first down. Nice blocking, and Neal does the rest. Watch these plays. When you watch the first contact that Neal, or any running back, but it's been Neal, makes with the defensive lineup, it's usually 3-4 yards off the line of scrimmage.
And just like that, the Savages are back in Titan territory. Now they'll go power to the right side of the scrimmage. Twin receivers to that side as well, but it's Neal that's going to get the stretch, and wow, he's hitting the backfield again.
Yeah.
It's number 11.
I jinxed him. I said, yeah, watch. The contact is, well, it's 3 yards in our backfield. That's number 11, man.
Yeah,
he's had a great game.
He has. He's a good defender. He's all over the field, honestly. Clock moves near the 9-minute mark now. Savages have that 15-point tiebreaker secured if they can hold on here to this one.
Yeah, that's D.D. Graham, by the way, number 11. D.D., easy to remember the doubles, but he's a player.
Cade Pratt in the game at H-back, right side of the offense. Neal alongside the hip of Graydon Howe. Graydon wants to throw it, rolling right on 2nd and 12. Now he'll throw the ball down the middle. He's got a stretched receiver, Dejon Hall, into the end zone. Did he get there? I think they're going to mark him short of the goal line.
Oh, man, he tripped. He literally was, it's like that one that he died, but he had to speed up and run full speed to catch the ball. Uh-oh, there's a flag.
Looks like a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage thrown by the side judge. And let's see what the call is. It looks like it must be against Broken Bow. False start.
Well,
that's the second touch. Well, it wasn't a touchdown, but that's the second time that we've had a play called back on either an illegal motion, illegal line. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but it's a false start call.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're mistiming it. Normally when you're split, well, maybe not in this stadium, not in high school as much, but normally when you're split out at a far receiver, you don't listen to the count. You just go on motion of the ball because you can't really hear out there, especially if the band's playing. They're not supposed to play during the play, but, they do.
Some 2nd and 12. We go to 2nd and 17 now. Clock moving under 8.5 minutes left in the ball game. Graydon handles the snap. Now he'll throw the ball out. Snooty's got it at the 40, 35, cut move to the 30, to the 20. He's got to corner the end zone, and that's a Savage touchdown. Snooty Neal with his 4th touchdown of the football game.
And a 52-yard reception. Wow. Neal just came like a rocket out of it. He never really broke stride. He just kind of made a little angle and just went right past a would-be tackler. So that's a 52-yard pass.
52-yard strike from Graydon Howe to his running back. And once again, Neal has another touchdown. 8:13 left in the football game. Savages stretch a 4-touchdown margin into a 5-touchdown margin now. And a look for the point after. Zaragoza's kick is up. It's good, and we have a 42-7 Savage advantage. You're watching Broken Bow Savage Football on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging it up. and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, the Savages with a quick strike offense, and you just don't know. Anywhere on the field at any given moment, they can strike you. 52 yards that time. With 8:13 left in the football game, they've opened the scoring to 42-7, and I suspect we'll start to see some big substitutions by the Savages on this possession.
Just want to mention the Savages have now put 217 points on the board in 4 consecutive football games.
Wow, that is impressive. Yeah, this is a prolific offense for sure. Here we go with the kickoff, and the Savages, nice coverage again as they get down and stop him short of the 25-yard line.
I think that is Scales, I believe Berto in there, along with, couldn't see the other number.
Savages put the Titans in.
Giddens,
yeah, okay. So the Titans will have the football at the 25-yard line, I believe. Yep, 25-yard line, 1st and 10. They've got 8 minutes and 5 seconds left to work with, and let's see if the Savages have substituted here. So far, it does not look like they have. That's Bentley Brown, I see, with Cale Ginn, Jackson Porter, Tyjon Murphy, Cade Pratt, Braden Meddock. That's B.B. Heath. He's flipping the corners. Isaiah Fields still on the field. Brian Clay, Cole Patrick, and Sky Baker, they still have their starting defense in, so they're still running the ones here with a 42-7 lead, 8:05 left in the ball game. McLain, of course, still running the ones as well because that's all they have, basically. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 from the 25. Hard count, high snap, handoff in the backfield. Nope, he didn't even get the handoff away as the Savages loose ball, and the Savages have another touchdown off the turnover.
That's going to be Meddock taking it in the end zone as he was hit by Pratt, and the ball just came squirting out into the hands of Bladen Meddock.
Bladen Meddock with a Savage fumble recovery into the end zone, and boy, this one's getting away in a big way. 48-7 now with the extra point on the way. 7:53 left. The Savages have scored touchdowns back-to-back here in the last, how many seconds even expired on the clock, Chris?
Well, it was 8:17 when we scored that last touchdown.
And it's 7:53 now, so it's a 24-second time lapse and 2 touchdowns. 48-7 with Zaragoza on to attempt the extra point. Blake Skelton kneels at the 10-yard line and awaits the snap from Cale Ginn. Snap's a high one, firing out. Blake's in the backfield, still on his feet, rolling to his left. Now looks downfield, breaks another tackle. Now he'll throw the ball to the corner of the end zone. Going up for it is Giddens. He can't quite handle it. And with a lot of excitement, harmlessly incomplete on an untimed down. With 7:53 left in the ball game, 48-7 is our score. Broken Bow with the lead here over Tulsa McLain.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
We're back.
We have a final from Ada tonight. The Ada Cougars have defeated Glenpool 42-6. Glenpool remains winless on the season. Peyton Werner's debut season is a bit of a auspicious beginning to his head coaching career. We got one more chance next week against us winless Stillwell. So we'll see. We'll battle of the winless teams next week in our district. We'll play one another. Looking at the scoreboard, let's check that Poto score again. The Poto Pirates and Hilldale Hornets still 29-22. Hilldale leads the football game. Savages to kick it away. Zaragoza has it teed up. And he puts the foot in it. High kickoff, floating, fielded, backpedaling at the 20. Turns it up the sideline, 25, and then caught from behind and brought down at the 29-yard line. The Savages get him stopped and on the ground. Who's that, Giddens?
So Giddens and Soto, I think.
Maverick Soto and Jacabrian Giddens on the tackle. Clock stops with 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in the football game, and now we should see some substitutions. Or maybe not. I don't know. Savages still got the ones in the game. 48-7 is our score. Looks like we're getting some substitutions on the line here with McLain. 7:39 left. 1st and 10. Football at the 30-yard line.
Wow, look at that backers on the line.
Everybody in the box here except for the 4 defensive backs. And here they come. One to get pressure, and they do. First man there is Brian Clay, and down he goes. A sack. Another tackle for loss for the Savages.
And I see, again, a good call, a smart thing to do. You know that McLain's going to try to throw the ball downfield. You don't give him time to do that. You say you're going to have to throw a 5-yard or take a sack because you're not going to have time for them to run 20, 30 yards downfield, and that's what happened.
Yeah, they're going to have to set something up where it's just a timing route. Quick snap and then just fire the football out, try to get some blocking in front of someone to get anything generated because the Savage forcing unit is doing just that, forcing him to throw the football, and they're going to bring them again.
I expect a bubble screen to 6.
Everybody in the box again. Big rush, caught, and down he goes. Cade Pratt, who started at the line of scrimmage towards the passer, falls back and actually winds up helping make the tackle.
Bentley Brown there as well.
Positive yardage, however, for the Titans back in between the chains now. 3rd down and about 7. If they overcome that sack and get positive yardage back in between, gives them a 3rd and a little more manageable. Still a long ways to go, probably a little more than 7, not closer to 8 yards here.
They're taking a lot of time. It's still 5. There's just 4 left on the play clock.
Clock moves under 6 minutes left in the ball game. Quarterback backpedaling. He's got a big rush coming in. He's going to turn it up the sideline. Maddox got him pushed out of bounds, short of the line to gain. In fact, I think he only gained maybe 2 yards here. Let's see where they spot him. They're going to give him a yard as he stepped out of bounds into the McLain sideline. And it is 4th down, and this time we'll say it is a 7 yards.
Yeah, good. The good news for McLain is that does stop the clock.
It doesn't, though. The clock's still moving. Now they stopped it. 5:34.
I was going to say, the bad news is they're down by 41 points, so it's kind of academic at this point.
Yeah, the clock now rolling again, so 5 minutes, 27 seconds left. Savages trying to get out of this Titan possession as well. Where is the ball? 33-yard line, right at the 30, between the 33 and 34. Shotgun formation now. A whistle stops the action. Delay of game as the play clock has expired.
I thought, yeah, they were really slow getting the ball off last time. It was down to about 2 seconds before the ball was snapped.
Did they take the timeout or not? Nope, they didn't. They're going to change.
Delay a game on 4th down.
Yeah, now they're going to go from 4th and 7 to 4th and 12, and they'll put their punt unit on. So I'm not sure. The Savages will put Graydon back in punt return formation here. I don't know, man. 48-7.
Well, yeah, I think they're just Graydon may be back. There's a safety on a fake.
All right, he probably needs to fair catch this.
Yeah, I don't know if but
no, but he's going to get away from it and let it bounce. He wanted it, but they didn't want him to have it. Yeah, I didn't think they did. I don't think with 48-7, and I know Maverick well enough to know he's not going to put his star player and quarterback in that position.
In jeopardy of being injured. He was back there as a safety in case.
He wanted to go get the football.
I know.
Just jumping up and down.
And the coach is saying no.
He had been.
Up.
Yeah.
He was just back there in case they fake it. He's going to be the safety that prevents the score.
He had been coached otherwise.
And he does what he's.
So now we see the substitutions.
Yeah.
Here come the Broken Bow Savage. What are we going to do here? What's happening?
Well, you got
penalty bar. Oh, there's a penalty. Back in the backfield. I didn't see the call. 1st down Titans. So the defense goes back on the
Oh,
field.
they must be roughing the kicker.
I didn't see the indication. Nobody up here did we?
No, but they was outside the chains. It's got to be a 15-yard penalty,
Yeah,
and roughing the kicker is the only. It's not if it was a dead ball foul, it would be Broken Bow's football still. So it's got to be a roughing the kicker penalty. And it was kind of a snap that was when he punted it, he was in the scrum there, so he might have had some contact. So they retained the football.
1st and 10 Titans. Clock on the move, under 4.5 left. They put McCaskill in motion towards the line of scrimmage there. Now they'll throw the middle screen, and here comes Pratt. Can't make the tackle, but he has some friends on the scene, and they will help him get him down. Pratt came flying in, but he missed the tackle. And down goes McCaskill at the 44-yard line, a gain of a little more than 2 yards here to leave 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that was just, again, that was the right call for that rush, as it's just a delayed screen over the middle, but Savage has reacted well, got him down in the field of play.
Got some substitutions getting into the football game here, and I don't have a roster in front of me. Chris, help me. 16, 23, both in the game for Broken Bow. 23, that's Jeremiah.
That's Jeremiah, yeah.
Here's a snap. Here's the quarterback in the shotgun, and he's let the play clock expire again.
Yeah, I was going to say they've taken way too much time.
Did they take the timeout, or is it a delay? It is a timeout. So the McLain Titans will take a timeout with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left.
Going to say, at senior night, I saw that Langston Moore was escorting crowd. Langston looks like he could still play. He's
Yeah, I saw a lot of folks tonight. I didn't realize that there were so many former players that are parents of these current players.
Troy Wheeler was out there.
Was he really?
Yeah.
3:33 left in the football game. Let's take a look at the scoreboard while we have this break in the action. Want to remind you that all of these games, all of these live streams brought to you by these fine media partners. No charge. Is that what's on the screen right now?
Well, that's what you'll see, the media partners up in the upper right hand of that.
Yeah, let's talk about this, though. So Sallisaw already has won. They are 7-2 and 5-1. Poto in jeopardy here of dropping to 4-2 and 7-2. Ada already a final. That one, they are 8-1 and 5-1 now in district. And the Savages, of course, have the win over Ada. So what we need next week is for the Ada Cougars to defeat the Sallisaw Black Diamonds and for Broken Bow to defeat Poto. Shotgun formation. Football at the 45-yard line, 2nd and 7. Still taking a lot of time off the clock. Play clock down under 10 seconds. Now he'll throw the ball out in the flat, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, brings up 3rd down for the Titans.
Yeah, I was going to say, one to think about Hilldale, and they were in a must-win situation, and they have beaten Poto. Is that official from a reliable source?
It is not official. There's 3 minutes left in the football game, and it's still 29-22, that game at Hilldale.
And here's the thing. If Hilldale beats Poto, right, they advance to 3-3. Poto drops to 4-2, and then if we beat Poto and Hilldale wins, they have identical records, but Hilldale wins the head-to-head. They are in the playoffs, and Poto's out.
Yeah, Hilldale could put Poto out of the playoffs. You're right. Here's a quick pass out into the to the outside receiver. Or was that the slot guy?
That was I don't know, but that was a great open field tackle out there by Skelton that preserved the 1st down and makes it 4th for the Titans. He dropped him immediately after he caught the football.
I was looking at the scoreboard and at the scorers and not at the fields. I'll try to pay attention here. 2:20 to go in the football game. Clock on the move. And McLain with a 4th and short. 4th and a little more than a yard, maybe? No, right at a yard, we'll say. High snap, wants to throw the football. Caught, 1st down yardage. And the Savages knock the football out. It goes out of bounds, still across the line to gain.
It'll be a 1st down. They'll retain possession as they were the last team that had possession.
Yeah, I mean, if they would have knocked it out and it went back behind the chain.
It would be our ball on downs.
That would be an interesting call. Clock is moving still with 1:45 left in the ball game. Savages get Jason Sossaman on the field. Cade Pratt comes out. 1:35 left in the ball game. Clock moving. Broken Bow coaches on the move out of the press box as well. Here's a long pass down the sideline.
Intercepted.
And it is intercepted.
Soto.
Maverick Soto on senior night. How about that?
That was textbook play as he ran step for step. Once the receiver looked back, he turned his head, looked back, saw the ball, and pulled it in. Great play. As Soto gets congratulated. That was an excellent defensive back play.
1st and 10, Broken Bow, and the clock is just going to continue to move here, so we're going to mercifully get away, I think, with only having to snap this one time. They haven't even reset the play clock yet. So basically it's a running clock here with a 48-7 Broken Bow advantage. And if they will wait 20 seconds here,
I said I bet they don't reset the play clock until it gets to 24 seconds.
Clock still moving. They have not reset the play clock. Here comes Broken Bow with the same 5 up front, but a new backfield altogether. Blake Skelton will get to take 1 snap in this football game, it looks like. Well, technically he took all the point after touchdowns as well. Here's Maverick Soto getting quickly onto the field. And the Savages don't have to snap this.
Play clock's still not running.
They don't have to snap.
I don't think, well, maybe.
He's going to, though. They're going to let Maverick get a carry. Good positive yardage on the final snap here in Memorial Stadium for the regular season. And that's going to do it on this 4A4 contest between Broken Bow and Tulsa McLain. McLain, a team that beat the Savages 48-18 last season. This year they fall 48-7. And Broken Bow moves on victorious with a chance next week to win the district championship, provided things kind of fall in their favor.
Yeah, that Hilldale upset of Poto, if that holds out, does change things a bit. Kind of, well, it'll make it interesting, as we knew it would be going into
what
this
it
week
does,
of 4A4. Look at these, again, we show this, but these are the rankings for 4A4.
Yeah, they're all in the top 5 there. What happens to now is it really doesn't change anything for Broken Bow. We still need to beat Poto in order to get a home field advantage in the playoffs. We still need to beat them in order to have a chance to win the district championship. Either way, we need that victory despite whether they lose tonight or not, Poto.
Right.
What we also need, for those of you scoring at home, is for Salisal to lose to Ada. Because the Black Diamonds defeated Broken Bow, you'll recall, on this field 40-30. Now the Cougars, who have one loss in district as well. That was Broken Bow last week. They play each other next week in Salisal. The Savages travel up to LaFleur County and play the Poto Pirates. Those are the big games in District 4A4 next week.
It's going to come down to who plays better football. And, again, the Savages, as you said, they need a little help. Ada, looking at them.
Hilldale has scored again, 36-22 now.
Oh, wow. Okay. And they're actually eating away at that point differential as well. The Hornets may well be getting themselves. They're certainly put themselves in a position to get into the playoffs.
You know what? I think they're playing for trying to get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
they had something to live for, and they definitely are putting it on here. So it looks like the Pirates, about a minute left in that ball game, according to my to the contact here that
Your
we
source.
have. My source, yeah.
Your inside source.
36-22 is the score there. Our final here is 48-7. The Savages have defeated the Tulsa McLain Titans, and what a big night from Snooty Neal as he got 4 touchdown runs in the football. Well, one of them was a reception.
Yeah, 4 touchdown runs a 13, 31 and 3 yards, as well as a 52-yard reception. Meddock getting that that fumble return TD as well. The defense scored again, and then, of course, Graydon Howe getting, once again, Graydon Howe for, I think, the 6th time, maybe the 7th time this season, has had a running and a passing touchdown in the same game.
So let's wrap things up here from Broken Bow tonight. Week number 9 is in the books. The Savages with a 48-7 win. They have 1 loss on the season. That means we are 8-1 overall. We are 5-1 in District 4A4, and we have to travel next week to the Poto Pirates. We have confirmed a spot in the playoffs with this win tonight. So we are definitely going to play in the first week of the playoffs. Whether or not we play at Memorial Stadium or we play on the road depends on how we do next week. If we defeat Poto, we are guaranteed 1 home game. If we defeat Poto and Ada beats Salisal, we are district champions, and we will have 2 home games at our disposal we would have to win one to get
Yeah,
one.
obviously have to win the first one. That's what we want. But for tonight, it has truly been a happy Halloween here in Broken Bow, and they did what they needed to do against this McLain team. We will be on the road next week. It's next Friday in Poto over the mountain, and it's going to be, again, the Pirates going to be playing for their life, so expect a slobber-knocking football game there.
Right, and we've got something to give them back because they beat us 31-0 last year, so we've got a little payback in store for the Pirates, we hope. 31-0 last year's score, and the Savages moving quickly this year through the district. 48-7 is our final here. Jonathan Callaway on the main camera tonight, giving us the pictures. Thank you, Jonathan. Chris, as always, telling us why things happen out on the field.
Yeah, and remember, if you're a veteran or if you just want to go, that's tomorrow starting at when was the brunch start at 10 a.m. for veterans and their families at the Idabel Fairgrounds, that breakfast. Thank you, Jonathan. And Savages, where they need to be this season. And it all comes down in the regular season next week in Poto.
Yeah, I mean, you want a chance to win the district championship when you head into Week 10, and that's exactly what we have. So the Savages, all we can do is go to LaFleur County next week and try to win that football game and then hope that luck is on our side. We need some help. 48-7 is our final tonight. We thank you all for Jonathan Callaway, Chris Chandler. My name's Skip Copeland. God bless you. We'll see you next week for Week 10.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it.